Welcome to Meadowbrook Memories Podcast. I am Jelly, otherwise known as Glacier Prince, and my co-host is Hitchcock, otherwise known as Alfred Henry. Our mission on this podcast series is to explore the stories behind the magic that was created at Meadowbrook. When over a span of 4 years, between 1982 and 1986, we saw the transformation of a small co-educational school with less than 1,200 students, 800 boys, 800 girls and 400 boys into a successful sports and scholastic champion, winning 7 major trophies, 3 Sunlight Cup, 2 Topping Cup, 1 Walker Cup and 1 Nutriment Shield. And to crown these achievements, Meadowbrook also produced 2 Rhodes Scholars, Cavell Creighton in 1987 and Andrea Wright in 1989, both graduates of Meadowbrook in 1983. In this podcast series, we'll be speaking to persons, both male and female, who are actively involved in this incredible journey, along with friends and staff at Meadowbrook, which inspired the environment which created this golden era. We hope you enjoy our discussion. Please give us as much support and encouragement as you can on whatever social media platform you are listening. Welcome and thanks for joining us. Today is Sunday, May 1. Welcome back, May 1, 2022. Welcome back to Meadowbrook Memories. This is conversation number 14, as I say. Me as usual, Jelly, our Glacier, our Prince. Any one of them name they will do. And my co-host this week is Dante, our Tegre, or as in birth certificate might say, Donovan Thomas. Filling in for our regular co-host, Alfred Hitchcock Henry, who is away on umpiring duties. Today's guest, we have to give a proper introduction, as Tegre would say. He started Meadowbrook during that magical and transitional period in the late 70s and early 1980s, and was an integral part of many sporting teams which uphold the school motto, "Let your light so shine." He played football, cricket, and was on the track and field team. And there is no other man who I know more competitive than our next guest. Opponents often underestimate the resilience of our next guest because of his size, but as we say in Jamaica, him little, but him talawa. So without further fanfare, let me introduce you to my good friend, Tony Moore, who have graciously consented to join me in my studio at an undisclosed underground bunker. Tony, welcome and introduce yourself.
Respect, Jelly. Respect, Tegre. Just an honor, brethren, for being a part of this. And Jelly, I tell you, I don't know if you realize the impact you're having, because it's 40 years ago now, brethren. And man, I get the opportunity to relive memories of a time that was special, or youthful time, arguably the best time of our life, right? So, enough respects on what you're doing. 1, for school spirit, but 2, for some 50-odd-year-old man just and ladies, get a chance to just relive. And what it's fostering is just a strong sense of Meadowbrook pride and interest and a resilience. And so, enough respect, brethren. And Tegre, my Riddles brethren, one love, brother.
Yeah, man. Blessings, Tony. Blessings.
And Tegre, come in and introduce yourself, because everybody here is Hitchcock every week, but just reintroduce yourself. You're on podcast, I think number 3 or 4.
Yeah, man.
So reintroduce back yourself as the co-host today.
Well, you know, God, Donovan Tegre Thomas, a.k.a. Dante. You know, Meadowbrook to the bone. Love it.
You know,
two of me. I mean, I couldn't miss today, you know, when you said Jelly. 2 of my idols. And the thing you know, Jelly. Big captain. 2 of them more, you know. I tell you. And 2 of them more go far.
Yeah, man.
We have some things to talk about later.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
As a Hillsman, yes.
Right.
Respect. I appreciate the sentiments you tell me, Tony. And let me say this, because the man on the line inspired me more than anybody else to go out and go to this. Because when we go back to Jamaica, I mean, I stopped to this in 2016. Under special circumstances, Face reach out to me and say, them have a thing for give me. I mean, never even realize a man remember say we do a thing for school where we do a thing, a big thing. We win for Meadowbrook and start a procession where we win Woolipa trophy. And Dante called me and arranged and give me a thing. And I'll never forget that because we never feel like we'll get honored. So I have to respect Dante for that. Say when we reach out to me a certain way, for me a certain way, and say, boy, Jelly, we're going to do that. So respect that Dante. I'm not stop talking about that where you go. You decide say you want honor. You want honor. And this is the inspiration from that. So, but we can move forward. We'll start with the first question I always ask the man who coming at this. And I'm going to ask Tony the question. Did you choose Meadowbrook or Meadowbrook chose you?
So I used to go to St. Richard's, right? And I had a huge fan of Calabar.
Yeah.
And to a common entrance, man, I picked Calabar and Georges. See me? You mentioned on your podcast of the top accomplishments in sports, but 1978, Meadowbrook was top 10 high school in boys champs.
Yes, because of Jeffrey Walters.
So it was Howard Thomas. It was
Jeffrey Walters.
Muir,
Stally,
and Walters. Those three was the make up majority of the points, but Meadowbrook was top 10. So I said that to say because when I take my common entrance, a brother named Pedro Wright, who had a brother named Miguel Wright, from St. Richard's. I met customer and said Meadowbrook has saps.
Yeah, tell him that.
I tell him Meadowbrook has saps, man. I'm a Calabar man go. See me? That's the year that Minot spoke about where 3,000 less common entrance scholarships were granted.
Oh, really? And that's our year now, 78.
78, but starting 79. And the man them go ministry go protest and said put in the next 3,000. And Ministry of Education accepted 3,000 additional students. And that's when Meadowbrook went to evening shift. So I was a part of that evening shift. And I'll talk later about my team 1S too, but brethren, if it wasn't for that, and I wouldn't be at Meadowbrook. And so Meadowbrook chose me in that I was selected for Meadowbrook. And when I'm just so glad to my pass my exam, Mr. Brethren.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't say the school wasn't important, but I drove by Meadowbrook once and saw some cadet boys when I was, in primary school. But I'd never actually been on the campus. So being that Meadowbrook chose me, I'm just brethren, I'm just forever grateful.
I never know that, Tony. So this is September. What year you come on Meadowbrook? September 78?
September 79.
September 79. And it's because now the ministry were pressured into include, that's how the second shift started.
Nationwide, That's how
right. You understand what I mean? I never know that. I never know that story.
So I was 11. I still had one more year.
You're going to take it again.
And I started because I think started getting ready for summer school to go back. So you have to pass it by 12 or
I forgot about the secondary school. Everybody talk about that. Said like if you go secondary school, it's like No, that's a powerful thing, Tony. So when you hear some Meadowbrook, you're going to, despite the fact say a Calabar and which other school is a George a pick for.
And I want to tell you, say my people there try hard to get me in a Calabar and Georges when I never pass. I got to meet with the headmaster at Calabar and the headmaster at Georges to see if them could work. I think.
Yeah. And that's before the 3,000 come out.
Before the 3,000, because it was a little bit of window.
Yeah.
Before them acknowledge the additional head. So, yeah, man.
So the year you start, Meadowbrook, me in a fifth farm then, Because 79 was my first year of fifth farm. Yeah. That's a powerful story, Tony. Everybody come in and have them story.
Go
ahead, Greg. Sorry.
I actually took exam, common entrance that year as well.
Okay.
79. My first, I was young though. Well young.
10. When you're 10, if you're born after September, you have 3 chances.
Right.
12.
But you go Swallowfield and Tony go St. Richard, you say?
No, me go Constant Spring.
Oh, Constant Spring earlier. Sorry.
Man.
Forget that a different school than Swallowfield. Yeah. So you pass Meadowbrook now, Tony, you feel glad that Meadowbrook actually chose you. Because that's why, some of us choose Meadowbrook and Meadowbrook choose you. And you come up on the campus, you said one time you pass on there, you come up on the campus the first year. What was the impression when you come on Meadowbrook in 1970?
You ask everybody that question there, and for me, right? So, first of all, primary school, I think Reese had said this. You're at the eldest age, right? So you're a big man on campus, and then you go high school, and see some master and say some beard up brethren. And I said, brethren, you know the difference between like a 10-year-old and a 19-year-old. It's a big difference in a big grown man them, you know. Remember I said Patrick, beard up.
Yeah.
I said, brethren, some big man there.
Like a big man I go to school.
You know?
Yeah.
And I remember the campus felt big, but there was a something about Meadowbrook, you know, in that where it was located, kind of residential, the mountains in the back, enough trees, the buildings were relatively new at the time. So yeah, man. So it did feel airy, and you felt I was excited to be a part of it, and you know you get to meet all of your new school. I remember our class being called out, and my form teacher was Miss Sparks.
That's a white lady.
No, she was the hottest teacher, brethren.
Hot.
Miss Sparks was like, she was young. She was probably in her 20s, brethren.
I remember. I
She
think I know
lived
that.
around on Meadowbrook there.
I think I know you talk to. Yeah.
Every schoolboy, but anyhow.
Yeah.
So what did I have Miss Sparks as a form teacher? But I remember seeing the class being selected, and I remember looking at man like Lindell Williams and Kirk Dolman and Muller being called into the class, and look upon them man there and say, "Oh, my classmate that Sean King." Yeah, man.
Also, I remember the classmate that may come in.
I remember when because they call you up by class.
Yeah.
And then you just literally seeing people come into the line. Michelle Stamp. Jacqueline Wilson. And you just start look at your classmates and say this.
But let me ask you something though, because this is at the first you man come on and me try understand. Because I never most of the year the shift system start, you know. Because I go to Meadowbrook, it was one shift.
Yeah.
When you're not on second shift now, you never feel like say boy, you never belong to Meadowbrook at all.
You know, the vibes are different, you know, because one will never know better, right? But Miss Headland was our second shift and vice principal, right? And we had auditorium and assembly the same way. And the brethren, so me and Master ended up on second shift together, and we form our own band, you know? Because we're second shift, we'd get to school early, and we'd play cricket and football right up until school starts, you know.
The school starts,
yeah, man.
So there's an advantage then for being a second shift.
So man, we'll play catch a should be, we'll play ball, a top field, you know? And we had more time before assembly call. Now, it wasn't until I had a chance to see first shift assembly, where I went in early and it was on the tennis court.
Yeah.
And it was so much more produced and there was so much more. Different vibe, you know?
Yeah,
but you didn't miss it if you didn't know it.
No.
It's still special. It's still special, man.
Yeah, because the second shift was a new thing for we too. You see me? Because when you come to the top, was still there.
No, so Miss McLennan was acting principal. That was Mr. Top had just left.
Oh yeah, I never remember that.
Just left. So we heard about the keying in and the vibe Mr. Top drop. Now it was Mr. Top that my people in the deal would try to get me in.
Okay.
But he had just left.
Okay. I never know that too. It's a different vibe for Sarah. How they realize at the second shift.
But you know, Virgin, remember times when the time changed? Because daylight saving time. When you leave school at dark, you know.
Yeah. You go my night.
Yeah, go my night.
Yeah.
Tegra know about the Reynolds 33 bus.
Yeah.
33 bus. Yeah, man.
One time me and Marston take Marston was one grade ahead.
Marston come before you. Yeah.
And so as two hillsman, me and Master on the band early, and I remember one time he said, "Break a bus what take I go a parade, you know." And I said, "What if the bus not come back, brethren?"
Yeah,
and night, listen up.
Yeah.
And late at night, you know, brethren.
Yeah.
Take that 33 the Tegra no man, the 33. The man them said 33 bus mash up Joes, man.
Yeah, man.
And you have another one run up with the name 11 bus.
11 bus.
Where did it go?
Swing Spring. Tegra.
That's my bus.
That's a your bus. That go Coopazil and go up.
Coopazil and Swing Spring. Yeah.
And that's a tighter hill than Rockall.
Well, man, they let the number 11 bus run once every 5 hours, bro.
Yeah, man. They have a special name for that number 11 bus. You never buy it, Greg?
I don't even remember, but them call it all sort of thing, but that used to run like
Pitch up on or something like that music call. I remember what the music call.
You missed that bus, the virgin, and you're done.
Yeah.
You might as well start walk.
Like a one time that run, yeah.
One man.
Yeah. So alright, you come from Meadowbrook campus now and you say, with the first introduction, you come on a Meadowbrook, you think say you're going to participate in a sports or none of that at all, or what you feeling when you come on Meadowbrook, and you say, well, you say Meadowbrook as SAPS, or you didn't know, and you talked about earlier, say Meadowbrook come in the top 10 of boys champ. I can't remember the last time I did that.
Never, it has never been done again.
In the 40 years,
it has never been done again.
45 years since that happened. So you come on Meadowbrook now, and I say, at any time when you come on, you think say you're going to ever participate in a sports at Meadowbrook when you come there.
So first of all, acknowledging again that Meadowbrook was top 10 track and field boys is significant. But, so Sean King and me they spar enough in the first one.
That a Leicester King younger
Leicester
brother.
King being Sean's older brother. So the first Manning Cup match me go.
Yeah.
A Leicester King carry me and Sean the Manning Cup.
Yeah, man. That's a
And walk through, the walk through for go to stadium.
Yeah, man. You get bus across.
Yeah, man.
You kind of know a stadium that the first time I met.
Yeah. Kevin Reese to say and Big Brother had to go, you know. And you have your little Manning Cup ticket them.
The pass, they were remember them there?
Yeah, man.
When school term started, you get your book a ticket, man, and then they carry go to the match, man. Yes,
The two, man, I'll sell it to man when I go.
Yeah.
Them time the Manning Cup play a Stadium East and
National Stadium.
National Stadium.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
Most of all the matches we play National Stadium. Yeah.
So, I go my first Manning Cup match and I see your brother I run down and lick some ball in a bridge. You hear the side what they did there? 79 side, you know. 79 side was Johnny Pecker first year. Tony Reynolds was the captain.
Yeah.
Woody. You know the centre half you have the great Dragon. Bubba Rai. Beanie Pan one of the wing back.
Yeah.
Alfred Hitchcock, Henry Nam, yellow jersey, goalkeeper. I think Ferdinand Bent was on that team as well, maybe his first year.
Yeah, Bent was on the team.
Bobby was the backup goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Jenny, so I see the side run out in them green. And back then, every Manning Cup shots I feel like a white string.
Yeah, man, the string, the lace up to your shot, yeah.
So I see the side run out, but Jelly, it was a life-changing opportunity.
Really?
Because at St. Richard's, I tried making the local St. Richard's side. I never have much exposure to football. You know, up at the hills and at that age 10, you know. Got a youth named Gary Neal from that ended up going KC.
Yeah, he used to play cricket for KC, yeah.
Gary Neal was the captain of our St. Richard's side.
Yeah.
Johnny Picker usually go St. Richard's.
Yeah.
See me?
Yeah.
But we had an extended age and Johnny was the last year of it and only went through grade 6.
Yeah.
So, but I loved the ball, but I couldn't play ball. And I couldn't even make my farm side, brethren.
You mean at St. Richard's?
No, I couldn't make the St. Richard's side. But worse yet,
you couldn't make the farm side?
I couldn't make the farm side, brethren. You know?
Yeah.
And that's a significant statement. And a youth named Michael Finlay made a similar statement on a blog that he couldn't make him farm side. I ended up playing Manning Cup. But you had man like a youth named Paul Chalmers, baller.
And Traxman too.
Traxman, talented. The man never carried as far as him could have. You have a man like Keith Livermore, one of the most talented touch baller. And that year there, you had Richard Prince. Richard Lodge, we call him Prince.
Yeah.
Richard Lodge. Assalta. Dominant. It's when the man they run out with them Diego Maradona. With the green stripe. Fear in a first farmer, you know.
No, you say Richie played ball of the upper Macad. Richie was one of the most talented ball I've ever seen, you know. But they never mash him up enough, man. That's my opinion. I'll tell you why. Give him a fear where him start. Was no, even before that, he might play minor league 1 year for Permacal. And he broke him on. And from that,
and get afraid.
Yes, the confidence. Because that man that used to play without fear, you know.
When we reach Manning Cup, I'm going to talk about Richie Lodge.
Yeah. That's different league. Yeah, man.
Potential Richie Lodge.
Yeah, man. I forgive him respect. I agree with you, Tony. I forgive him respect.
I have him as one of the guys, the most underrated. I'd put it this way.
I made a broke.
Yeah. Richie did not show his full potential.
No, right. I agree with you, Tony. That's exactly what I'm saying,
man. Did have skill, like. But anyhow, couldn't make my first farm.
Yeah, he couldn't make it first. That's how good how good the first farm team was. You couldn't make it.
How bad I was, and I couldn't make it. So, can I tell you this? And I'm gonna say to Jelly now, I take credit for Alfred Hitchcock's coaching experience.
Yeah.
So me the one be a goalkeeper, right? So first of all, I was so impressed with the Manning Cup
Money Cup
team.
match, yeah.
And Jelly, I wanted to be a Manning Cup player so bad. And I couldn't make my farm side. When I say I want, it's something I desired. I just wanted to represent my school at that level. It was just something that the first time I see it, I wanted to do it. And the man them was playing just general. See me? So the next year I became ball boy for the Manning Cup man. I so bad me they wanted a bread.
So but let me ask you something. How you become ball boy? You just how that work?
So before I go ball boy, let me tell you this. First farm, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to Hitchcock. I'm gonna say
That after the first match you can watch now.
yes.
The day after the match or about a week.
About shortly after.
Yeah, you go to Hitchcock.
Mr. Hitchcock, I say, you think you could train our class goalkeeper? And that's balls if you could 10-year-old, 11-year-old you to go to Manning Cup court, Manning Cup
player, big
and
man.
ask him if he can coach the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And Hitchcock look for me and say, goalkeeper. Hitchcock look for me and say, tell him bring him ball come tomorrow lunchtime.
I let him tell you.
Let him tell me. I'm going to say, alright, Mr. Hitchcock.
Yeah, because I call him.
Yeah, big man. You know? But it's how cool Hitchcock was.
Yeah.
Because you come up and say you think you could coach your farm goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So, the next day lunchtime, me show up with my ball. And Hitchcock look for me and say, with the goalkeeper there. And I'm telling you, Birdie was probably about 2'5", man. And Hitchcock look for me and say, you are the keeper?
Yeah.
I say, yeah, man. Me are the keeper.
So hold on, him never know say you are come.
I never say me. Wouldn't probably say
I
yes.
mean, just tell him say,
Just
and the
say,
class
coach the keeper. I want to show up with my ball. I remember him look for me and him smile and I'm not a man. And I like say, what a look at you there. Him can't even keep. So him carry me upon top feeling of jelly and Tegre. And Hitchcock start throw some ball to me.
Yeah.
And show me how to catch it, tell me sleep with the ball, become one with the ball. And so him start work me up, brethren. So the whole of me will come down and watch, you know.
Yeah.
And I did uneasy about that in a brethren, because I thought I never want a kind of attention and furthermore. So Hitchcock took an interest in the farm side.
Yeah.
And start show up our game.
Yeah.
So the first game him show up and I look on Paul Chalmers and say, Hitchcock there, you have to go put me in the game. Hitchcock can't make
the farm team.
I can't make the farm side.
Yeah.
So the man said, go ahead, so put me in the game. Brethren, Mr. Happy for being in the game, Mr. Brethren.
Yeah.
Man, I must have used them Clivians, not Clivians. Clive, from where I play Fiesta class.
Yeah.
And I used them Clive.
Yeah.
Kick the ball over me and score, man.
Yeah.
And Sean King, I know, wasn't a big baller still, but was a farm captain. Sean King said, come out to the goal.
And the more too.
Take me out to the goal, brethren. Anyhow, take me out to the goal and brethren, my ball, because Freddie there, I watch him. I score for me, but Freddie took an interest in the other side. And start show up and start coach with. And we end up going to the finals with Salta team. At time them get some tie-dye jersey, you know. My sister tie-dye and that jersey that in a virgin. Green up the man them. Virgin named Leroy Shakes, light skin, put on the tie-dye and the man look like the Hulk man. Green up. So we went to the finals against Salta team and Freddie put Leroy Shakes on Salta for hold him off. Then beat to 1-0. Jones the score. And then when we come second. But that's how it start. And that's how the coaching start. Freddie says some Manning Cup man they adapt some youth.
Yeah.
And so that start.
Yeah.
So face of them now go to Johnny Pecker and say, Johnny Pecker, you can coach for us side.
Yeah.
And Johnny Pecker said, alright. So Johnny Pecker start. Johnny Pecker have the man them run 2 times around the ring and do some push-ups and then Johnny Pecker say, yo my youth, 50 cents.
Yeah.
Monetize it, man. Johnny Pecker say, oh. I monetize. I say, man, you run 2 and give me 2 push-up and 50 cents every youth. Come in.
So let me ask you something, because I mentioned something now, I don't know. When the farm competition I play, it never involved, even if I have a separate competition.
Separate. No. First farm play all first farm. Evening shift play morning shift.
So how much class at in all?
I think we had 1S1 because the MHS, right? So you had H and S. So you had 3 and then another 3. So you had 6 first farm.
Okay. Oh, go ahead, Tegre. That's something.
No, man, it was about 7 classes, man. I think he had 4 on morning shift and 3 on evening shift.
Okay.
When I say
Well,
evening
when
shift,
we went, when
you
we
know,
yeah, evening shift
yeah.
was S, M, and H. Fiercely was H. We were S, 1S2, and 2. So you had 1S1 for first shift. You have 1S2 that was Salter for I'm sorry, 1S1 was Salter for all the ones were first shift and the 2s were evening shift.
So them get them name the from. They don't have no idea.
Meadowbrook High School. M for
Meadowbrook High
Meadowbrook,
School,
H for high,
MHS,
and S for school.
But so them say them S1 and then so 2 on the evening shift and all them. Yeah. So you come to night, never have no say the footballer will inspire you so much. You can watch Meadowbrook play. Inspire to a way where you want you play so much. You know business. How good it is, you gotta say, you gotta talk to the money cup man. As someone that's it to that
Woody, Joseph
Wood. Can you go?
Yeah, man. I know until Ira Turner and Hitchcock acknowledged the coaching change.
Yeah.
I never realized why so much of that 79 team left. So Magic Head left.
Yeah.
Excelsior. A guy named another Joseph guy, Adolphus Joseph. In the right
Adolph, I know you talk.
Him left and got Aggie. Magic that year they know. Aggie win Manning Cup and the Magic Head captain.
Yeah.
So the Tony Runs was the captain, but you can say Magic Head left Meadowbrook, got Aggie, and Aggie win Manning Cup. See me? But anyhow, so I go to Joseph and I say, yo, can I be a ball boy? And I say, yes, Mario. Just come in and meet the team, them and talk to the team.
I get inside school for so you have to do that.
That's a year before, after I catch a bug, me ask him. So next year, I go back, I'm going to say, Ira, Mr. Turner, where Woody there? I say, Woody now, they're at school no more. I say, I'm a ball boy, you know. I'm say, all right, come with me for the first training. And introduce me to virtue. That's a little youth, you know. Doors that are opening up. It's like being an understudy, you know. So me now the training with the man there, me now the locker room with the man there, me the coaching with virtue.
I like Tegre and the cricket.
I mean, it's similar like how Tegre, the love Tegre had for sports at Meadowbrook at all level and followed it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. So, me now the locker with Ferdinand Bent and all the man in cup man, and I tell you, say, now I understood the tension because there was some tension with Ira and Virtue. Because there's time I understand.
Yeah.
Virtue, Ira a couple of times said, "Boss, say nothing to me, no."
Yeah.
I mean, I say, ooh.
Yeah, but no, you're right. I never know about that tension there.
I never know about it.
Because all I know is that Devon wasn't there and they have a different relationship with Devon was like, in a sense, the dread to the football team. Because Devon did it for a long time.
What's it about?
Yeah, man, first I live in Miami somewhere. I'm trying to get it. I know him from Pembroke too, because I know my brother-in-law good to and all them. I'm just coming from Pembroke all the while, so I know most coach and all them things they from before. So yeah. But
me get in the locker room, and the year then I eat was the first year where Piggy come, Lennox Saunders that play wing back, little big man Byron Nunes, Eva B did up on wing back, Donovan Duke did the center half, in front of the great Booberai, Ferdinand Bent, Johnny Pecker,
Andrew
lived up on the bench. Tell you about Bird. So Pecker was the first, in my opinion, in my understanding of it, was the first real big star that was feared by other high school. Him scored almost 2 against Trenchtown. And that side of brethren, Pecker did a run, Ferdinand Bent, Douglas Laughman, Marvin Bailey, Brucey, just a wicked side. Andrew Bird and a youth named PD, Patrick Dadley.
You know, with Pecker now, I mean, rate Pecker a certain way. And you have a man who come Meadowbrook, well, much better than Pecker from before, but he never played a strong team. Milton Wills. You know him. Wills is the best footballer come out of Meadowbrook, man. Wills make all money from 7 to 7. Wills was a Pembroke man too. Multi-talented, play anywhere on the field, left, right foot. But Wills never have it's like how Pecker have a core man running him good enough. It's when I said to him, I'm not taking nothing from Pecker.
No.
But Wills play all round. Wills was all rounder. But you're right about Pecker, man. But hold on, I don't want to skip over this, because I mentioned something, you know. And me just I realized now, I said to myself, say, how come the class of youth there, 79, when you come in, get inspired, and so much of them play football, and get love for the football. Because you come and you never love football. You never play football. Richard know they love football, because we play football on the road. Another man probably do. But it's like that generation man who come and realize what happened now is that the elders and the man who play on the 79 team. They bring on the wings a certain way and you get inspired. And you are it's like you get part of the to big man football from early. And you get inspired. So
it's a mentorship of sorts.
Yeah.
I was being mentored, but then nobody even knew I had the potential to make the side.
No, right.
I just love, and I was like the least likely guy to be end up playing. I tell you, sir, it's when I look. This is how dumb I was at the time, right? Bubba Rai was like a master, bow-legged, right?
Yeah.
Bow-legged. Ira Turner, bow-legged. I said, wait, you have a bow-legged to play ball.
Yeah.
So, brethren, when me the first and second farm, no bow-legged, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I tell him it's third farm,
bow-legged.
And I use them Linda Williams say, Mayo, you're the first youth me know make a bow-legged, you know. How that come about, I can't tell to this day, I'm not tell you, say, boy, I say, by the time Rich Manning, bow-legged.
Bow-legged, yeah.
I tell you. But Tony, you did learn fast though.
Yeah, you know, Tegre, me determined still, you see me? And I want to tell you, say, I love it. If you have a strong desire for something, you're willing to work on it, you can get it.
You know, yeah, because that was your thing, passion and effort.
Hard work and we talk about who make the dread and the story of how the dread open the door.
But you mentioned something that I talked to a virgin right there. A man I'm back in touch with after 40 years because I started this. I used named Wayneful of Fraggy. I used to go to St. George though. And
you go Calabar?
No, I'm going to Meadowbrook for 3 years and leave 77, right? I'm have to mention him because me and him talk with him and he was a coach after I leave college and I say, one of the thing when him recognize it, I go make sure you make it at the passion for the game.
Passion for the game. Man.
And you describe it yourself and I say, boy, you never ask for permission, you know. So you have a passion, say, why? You go to the money cup match and come back and you want to do something. You just go ask Hitchcock.
True.
And more important than them say you do it tonight, inspire other man to say, you inspire face to say, okay, him can't have coach. Say that inspire other man in a Tony. Well, just never come and think say them can't play ball. I said, but if me get coach and me can't do this.
And ball boy being around this, you know, if you're gonna be good at something, you have to learn from the man them who.
Yeah.
We could even the man will make fun of me because I couldn't even kick the ball in.
Yeah. But your size, don't remember your size. Yeah. But your determination, that's what I tell you, man. Your determination now that's so fun feel. Yeah, man.
You fight for it and
you will get it.
I want to tell you, say, so we couldn't even make the tryout for under 13 team in first farm, right?
Right.
Second farm, I wanted to try out for it, still couldn't try out for it.
Mm-hmm.
So third farm now. My cousin, usually Calabar named Howard Moore, he was in Pepe class.
Mm-hmm.
And train a yard, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And another bird named Raymond Robinson. You're enough about Raymond.
Mm-hmm. You music up at the hills.
Yeah, man. Me and Raymond go way back, man.
Yeah.
And
I forget the man.
You know Raymond from Raymond, I go was a primary school, a bus stop, 33 bus stop.
So he used to go St. Richard's with you?
No, he didn't go St. Richard's, but either Swallowfield or one of them.
Yeah, but you know where I take the bus.
33 bus.
Okay.
And him passed for me before me.
Yeah.
And so me and him was the reason he went to school. His church was right next to my home. But anyhow, I said, Raymond, play my one, play for the school, and I encourage me still, you know. And then Howard, my cousin, would come up on my house and with a ball and would have to box it, train. So I'm going for the under 13 side now, third farm, right? My last chance. And the Dread have must about 20 man out there. Luke Kid upon play, Dirk I play, all the man there play, and Dread put me out almost about 5 minutes. And when I say I was ready to prove myself, you know.
So what position you play?
Defense.
Because them time they come when you get goalkeeper.
Drop goalkeeper never work out for me, man. Never work out for me.
But you still want to play some more.
Still want to play some.
Yeah.
So, in a second farm, now we at my farm side.
Yeah.
And now I start getting on my grove.
Yeah.
And the dread give me 5 minutes. And you know, me is not at that time wasn't necessarily outspoken. I'm going to go to the dread and I said, Mr. Here, you didn't give me enough chance to play myself.
What do you mean outspoken? In a third farm, you're going to take on the judge and say, I will say, what's going on?
Mr. Here didn't give me enough time to play myself and then look at me, you know. And dread, well, I assume there was some respect But him look at me and him say, but more, I've seen you playing uniform. And I said, yes, sir, but I've been practicing. And him said, and then just shake him head and say, I'll think about it. And him left. See me?
So that's the first time I meet him?
No, man, Interfarm. So, might not never remember whether the Dread the coach my master. And the Dread coach us in PE. The first time I meet...
In a PE?
PE.
Yeah.
First time I meet Dread, the Dread PE and Dread give up, him just have a line up on two sides, shirts and skins, and just put the ball out and blow him whistle. Jelly, Tegre. All the way a ball, I follow the ball all about the field and I bungle a man just like I can't run it
first farm this.
First farm.
Yeah.
And blow the whistle and say, gentlemen, you know nothing about football. Nobody's playing position. You're kicking and fouling. Everybody's chasing the ball. That's not how I play. I'm going to say that you tell a virgin are serious.
Yeah.
You know? And from them, him start coach with.
Yeah.
The first time I meet the Dread in PE. So the Dread saw me in PE.
Yeah.
The ball I kick over me and everything.
Yeah.
So, when me tell him something, then give me a fair chance. Him say, I'm going to listen to me. Well, he just listened and he went.
Yeah. So me think about it.
So I play Interfarm.
Yeah.
And Dread had a under 13 star was a youth named John Harvey.
Yeah.
And John Harvey was an older guy playing under 13.
Yeah.
The third farm. My star out there.
Yeah.
And minor star up under 13 too.
Yeah.
Because minor passed when him to the young. And what
Stars on them man.
Yeah, man. I want to play Interfarm. I mark John Harvey out of the game. John Harvey couldn't even, I remember this day, and I couldn't even touch a ball. You know.
You lock him out.
Lock him out, man, and then big ball up.
Yeah.
But I still didn't think that I had a chance, right? But the Dread took note. So, you hear Kevin used to talk about the court side, man like Charlie Bop, Wicked Baller, Dwight Lawrence, Peter Lynch.
That's Ida Lynch, brother.
No, a different Lynch.
Yeah.
A wicked baller come Meadowbrook named Elliott. Alan Blackwood. All of them when was to play Colts, you know. Nar, the dep on the side. I don't remember everybody. The man they must not come training.
Yeah.
And the Dread withdraw the whole of the Colts team from the Colts.
Yeah, would have do that, man. I'm gonna send a message, man.
And that was third farm, right?
Yeah.
And they had a good team, right? And Master may have been on that team, and the Dread withdraw them. So when he withdrew them, Kevin Hughes couldn't remember if he played under 14 or not. That's when the Dread started the under 14 team as a farm team that will ultimately play Colts the next year.
Next year, my groom one for the next year. Yeah.
So at that point, when my mark John Harvey out of the game, see me? The Buffy got Calabar. Buffy was a talented youth, but never the most disciplined bird.
No.
Everybody know Buffy. Buffy was the nicest youth for the boat, but
Yeah, man,
discipline was Buffy's strong point.
No.
Virgin that, me know that.
Virgin that, bona fide, man.
Yeah.
Bless his soul.
Yeah, bless him. Yeah.
Buffy got jump in a man's chest.
A Calabar. Yeah,
And
man.
the Dread said, Buffy! I wasn't there. The gobbler them are telling me that. I'm saying, I know exactly who I'm going to bring on the tape to play the wing back. And call me by name.
Yeah.
Him not even ask me, and I'm like, know nothing about it. The next day, gobbler them come and say, the Dread say, I want tip on the side, I'm going to reach up. I said, Jelly, so me hear that, man.
Yeah. So, my tell Buffy say, you are going to replace him.
I tell Buffy say, me are going to replace him.
Yeah.
I never like the indiscipline.
Then it's a cold steam, me are replace him.
The under 14 side, I'm going to be the coach.
Yeah.
And Kevin Reese was on that team. I saw him call me, and one day I walk past him and say, more! I want you to come and train with the team.
Yes.
And I saw me get on the side.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something about the first match against Calabar, but go on.
No, man, you go ahead, man. Hey, Greg, you have any question for Tony? I'll go forward because I don't want me and Tony dominate because it's easy for dominate the conversation because
No.
together.
Yeah. No, man, not yet, man. Me, I listen.
No, we're together. So,
truth is, I never know. So Tony did have this kind of difficulty because by the time I reached Meadowbrook, Tony did kind of established because it sounds like
hard work, my brother. Hard work.
Say no, so Tony is a fixture because him come in as a man who never think him could have played ball.
The road travel.
Yeah.
Cricket. First time I try ball, I tell the Dread I can't ball. I'm never known about cricket, but anyhow.
We'll come to that, yeah.
So, first match against Calabar, see me?
That after buffet.
After buffet. So I'm going to play a Calabar practice match again. Because the dread just have...
Oh, yeah. Because that's what the key with the dread in them. Play a whole practice match.
You're honing on your skills and your position, the team bond. So the Colts team started from under 14. Your Luke and mine at top. But the bond, it was a special bond with them, man.
Yeah.
So first, I go Calabar, and I like a red youth named Colin Isaacs. Usually I go St. Richards. Shot at me.
Yeah.
Ball general. Me and Colin I run for a ball together, and Colin shield me.
Yeah.
And after him shield me, I couldn't stop, brethren.
Yeah.
Me I fall, and you try to fall, try to stop me. My hand up on the ground, and I run like dog. And my run must about 10 or 15 meters go drop.
Yeah.
The whole Calabar broke down with their laugh, man. The man them laugh me to scorn, brethren. And my first game missing a brethren. Scrape up my hand and everything, you know.
The man easy off.
The man easy me off and I couldn't no momentum carry me and my run must about 15 meters go drop, man.
Yeah.
And they're laughing that, you know.
Yeah.
Anyhow, the dread take me out, but then bring me back in the second half.
Yeah.
Keep Livermore that I go on with some stuff. And I take a ball and I shift a youth named Dollarman who usually go Calabar. And I say, yeah, I can play. Can I take a ball and I shift a man and I dribble up the line and pass a ball.
And a wing back can play.
A wing back.
The
dread always tell me, say, I'm not a weak heart. I'm never fully understanding
what
what's
mean
coming
by that?
from.
Yeah.
But him go, not a weak heart. And so Livermore had so much skill and I broke it out and said, Moore is not a weak heart. And put me on to take Livermore spot. The irony of that was the said youth who couldn't make the set and Livermore was our top ball. Anyhow, we play Calabar again.
Yeah.
And Meadowbrook.
Yeah.
3 months later, or at least a month later. I don't know exactly. And I remember Colin Isaac, see me?
The same one I eat. Yeah.
I'm going to say, me and you, Mr.
You're the film this time, you know.
I said, I put it on him, Mr. Brethren. I ball my ball to the referee.
Yeah.
I said, I put it on him, and to me, but I said, yes, we even know.
You already, I know. You put down one like a Jim Ryan for the top and play for the day, yeah. Yeah.
A man in cup that when
Yeah, man. Blake tried to dance on Jim Ryan put him on the cycle track at stadium, man. If you remember that, man.
But they did that game, the man.
Yeah, man.
Wait, was that the 79 side?
You know, the 78 or 79.
78.
Yeah.
78.
Maybe a 79, I don't quite remember.
79 and give with Tree Love. And Bobby Smith keep, but they did that.
Yeah. I don't quite remember which year. But I can't put on with that player, yeah.
And we jump out the place. Freddie talk, but when Camperdown they come bottom field.
Yeah.
Brethren.
With Pekka.
And nuts. I youth them nuts. Kick Pekka at the grind.
From Camperdown. Yeah.
And Pekka did have some bad boy, Raiders were a bad boy up on the sideline.
Yeah.
And the man them say, and then time they it became politicalized a little bit. So we are labor right and red shirt as
Yeah.
And the man them say, oh, them so shut this boy there.
Yeah, because Pekka come, Pekka Blakey come from down there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And brethren, a knife the man them back in a brethren.
Not a Riddles Road man then.
Riddles Road man them, you know. Game done, you know.
So the game never finished.
The game never finished, man, and the Camperdown man them run back and I jump and them they drive a little escort, man. And man, remember you nuts that sit on the hood of the escort where the man drive them out away from the field.
Yeah.
But guess what? The man them forget Blakey.
The
great Blakey. And
they are battlefield.
They are but myself, me follow the as Tegre used to follow sports.
I say I follow
one time the
football.
man them, when a second farmer, Ali McNabb, the man them call me now.
Ali
McNabb, who a play about him?
Like a commentator, yeah.
So Blakey are running and you them a run down Blakey, you know.
Yeah.
With knife in a bird.
Yeah.
And a 38 the bus the name?
Yeah, 38 bus.
38 bus driver. See Blakey a run. And stop.
Yeah.
Open the door. Blakey jump in. And I saw Blakey get wet. Or else the man would have messed up Blakey.
Yeah. So that is why when Meadowbrook was stadium now I play Trenchtown, the Trenchtown man them come away.
That's why.
From Pekka.
Yes.
Because of nuts. Yeah.
You them nuts. Kick Pekka in a but them time that Meadowbrook was coming to, you know, I'll say something. You see the integration that Meadowbrook had when Tony Reynolds, they come in.
Yeah,
that's when Meadowbrook started to change, you know, because it wasn't the social structure started to change because man who wasn't the typical Meadowbrook man start come in.
Yeah,
and man like John Muir talk about him coming in and saying him look at the Meadowbrook demographic that look a little upper class.
We're trying to describe it. That's a Meadowbrook. Well, I'm right. When if you hear that, describe it as a Meadowbrook. Him come a Meadowbrook in a second farm. It was like Colombia. It's a Meadowbrook was like Colombia. When really I miss at the complexion no matter about. When you look at Meadowbrook, you're right. It was Meadowbrook, man. But it became a more. Yeah, go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, man, it became a melting pot. That started in the late 70s.
Yeah, man. When we got it was a melting pot. But coming now with the influx of players like Freddie, Hitchcock, Jim Wright, when name they Leonard Morrison, Bonnie Morrison, all them man, and then Ira. And then it's not just the man are coming now, man and woman are coming from 9 grade achievement chess and the man are coming and all them things.
That's what led to this golden era.
Yeah. It's a mix to
that mix that really. So it's a powerful statement to say that you can't be insulated.
No.
You have to be socially diverse.
Yeah.
The wealth that come out of that.
Bro. Yeah, man. Because what happened now, out of that mix, we create something powerful.
Yeah, man.
We create something powerful that never existed before. Because the school have a certain way, but it's like a certain strength and vigor coming out of the school.
As a small school, we're just picking from talent start coming and man start take note. When me I play Manning Cup, actually I would say after 1980, we had the confidence in anything we could do that we could beat any school. We never have the inferiority complex.
No.
We could have beat any school for anything. Well, track and field was a difference.
Yeah. No, right, track and because that's the number thing with track and field and we never have infrastructure. But they say, I talk about it, At them man I bring in and me have to give things because is that and the dread word feet was a killer instinct was introduced in a way where you play and feel say a guy for beat
True.
You don't feel say you feel like you're so competitive.
You can win.
Yeah, man. And that matter of fact, just listen to your story you talk how you play now. You represent in terms of the competitive spirit of Meadowbrook had after that period and during that period it's like I said no man just so you talk about you come and the boy bunks you off. And 3 months later, you say, I go eat him food. And you say, yo, and I'm a ball to the referee.
And that's
the transition in Tony. It's identifying. You come you come there, not as a man who could have played football, even thinks you have the ambition to play football. You become a baller because you're a trainer and the man introduce you. And a man take you under them wings. You go play and you say, right, the man bounce you off, a man laugh after you. And guess what? You come again, man. And by the time you start, ease up on him now. You might beg for protection from the referee. That time we know. I just said that I know some Meadowbrook ready not to win it.
Yeah, man.
And that's our year.
It's the mentality. So that was 79, 80,
81.
81,
okay,
yeah. But it's the mentality the man them had, And we'll talk about the cold steam later, and Tegre was a part of that. Even though Tegre didn't play, support it to the max. But the mentality that we had is that we could win.
Yeah, man, that changed, man. That's a seismic shift, Yeah, go ahead,
that mentality was there, but I want to ask you something, Tony, because I think that you may have even brought some of that mentality today to some of us. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to ask something about different from football. When Gobbler them come Meadowbrook and them are run, apart from the bigger man, them Goose to them and them man, nobody couldn't beat them going them long distance. But Tony, you would think you could have beat Gobbler, and in fact, you were working for beat Gobbler. Don't.
So
yeah, cause I want to hear. I want to know how you come up with that.
Brad say you beat me.
Yeah.
So you beat me. And I'm ready for a correction upon that now. So
yeah,
Jelly, he did beat me.
Oh, Tegre beat you.
He beat me one race. Out of most
in one race.
Yeah,
right? That's one race.
One race and beat me upon it.
Yeah. No, I beat him in that one race. But remember, I was your training partner in the tour.
So me and Tegre spar from time.
Hold on, for the record, Gobbler and Ola are younger than you at the same time.
I was 1 year ahead of Gobbler.
So Gobbler them come after you, and even though they come after you, they were
1 year. The moment so I used to love long distance. I'm around the 8.
Yeah.
3,000 or 5,000? 3,000?
Oh. Yeah.
It's 3,000 meters or 5,000 meters?
It's 5,000 meters.
And for the record, you just stated the Gobbler we're talking about is Patrick and Small, Paul Smith.
No, that was alright. At this point, Patrick was doing more sprinting.
Paul was long distance.
Paul and Patrick Smith. Identify them because in my mind, A two legendary sportsman come on Meadowbrook.
When I said
Now,
these
now
guys,
come up later on the podcast.
they put Meadowbrook on the back.
Yeah, man.
Our era, I'm not talking our period of time, the Gobblers were the guys that school feared on several levels, right?
Yeah.
Patrick Gochamp's first farm I run wasn't class 4 400 meters medal first farm.
Yeah.
If Meadowbrook had the coaching support.
Yeah, man. Yeah, infrastructure support.
And infrastructure support.
He medaled as well.
He
medaled in one of the upper class as well.
Yeah.
Patrick could have gone far, right?
Yeah.
Paul could have gone far in the long distance.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you, remind me if I talk about Ira Turner and the long distance. And when Ira said him drop out the Gobbler them only run with Ira one race.
Yeah.
And at the 5,000 meters.
Yeah. That's them leave them alone. Yeah.
And Goosey did a run with the Gobbler them.
Yeah.
And Goosey tell the Gobbler them for run in front of Ira Turner and block him.
Yeah.
Right? And when Goosey a block, the Gobbler them a block Ira Turner just run. That them Gobbler them a little boy.
Yeah. Right, because Ira bigger than them. Right.
And Ira and Goosey, man, when I say them man, them good on them time they race the legendary in them, man.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about my time, but to answer Tegre point.
Yeah, because a good question Tegre asked, you know.
So, I'm on the again, I couldn't make my farm team in our first farm for even track and field. Couldn't make it in a cricket and couldn't make it in a bar, right? End up playing representing the school in all 3 levels.
Right. So, right.
I started running, right? And I always run second to Gobbler them, right?
Yeah.
Patrick do it?
Yeah, Robert brother, younger brother.
Yeah, the first to start coach me in a brother.
Oh, really? Yeah?
I'm going to start coach, I'm going to start go hills, I'm going to start run.
Yeah, because I'm in a guard through like you. Yeah. I'm on that distance runner. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Another thing, I just go to him and say, yo, man, yo.
You see, that's why the point that where Tegre can make important, you know, because you represent a sense of tenacity where you not wait, you not ask for permission, you know. You not say right till you can't. You go find a man. You know, I say, oh, Meadowbrook not a coach. You look on a man and say, yo, you can't coach me. You do it with Hitchcock. You do it with, and you inspire other man to do it. Trust me, man. Take right with that question, man. It's them that say, and I never know this in a Tony. Because I say, you go ahead, take Greg.
The truth is, you know, what me I say is that Tony make me run faster than I thought I could run. Because I never think I could have beat Tony.
Yeah.
But me and him was a train.
With a train, man.
We had some serious training, you know.
Right? First recruiting a guy shore.
Yeah, you recruit me for come guy shore. And that in itself was legendary, you know.
Oh, you mean?
Can you take me out a winning house? I think Ward win the year before that. And bring me in a guard shore for training with you. Yeah. That was legendary, Tony. I'll never forget that.
So Tegre didn't have enough potential in it, but Tegre never take things serious at the time.
Yeah.
Tegre run a sports day, you know.
Yeah.
And Tegre Virgin named Gomery.
Yeah.
Run upside Tegre and give him a flag.
Yeah.
And give me a flag.
And Tegre run big race on the road. The flag, terrorist flag, you know. And say, oh, terrorists I represent. Tegre. Everywhere Tegre going right, Tegre was here.
Yeah.
And misspelled AIR.
Yeah.
See me?
Yeah.
But I take Tegre on my wings as a younger youth.
Yeah.
I remember Lukey used to cross like a black pipe for go footer deals, right? And Lukey, Tegre said, Lukey, catch my bag. And Tegre threw it to Lukey, and Lukey said, I'm going to catch it. And then Lukey move him on and the bag drop.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, Lukey, where you do that for? I was a disciplinary. I'm going to push Lukey at the goalie in a brethren.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to see that final Lukey eye. I'll be a bad word and stuff, Lukey start chewing. And the man run me from Meadowbrook, go already those foot of the hill.
Yeah.
Run up the hills.
Up the hill, yeah.
Just to protect Tegre.
I got to defend Tegre. Yeah.
But anyhow, to answer Tegre's question, right? I started training and started running, and nobody would give, in the early days, could give Gobbler any competition. And I was determined I was going to give him some competition. And I remember one day sports day I was running, and Kevin Reese don't have no idea, because I respected Kevin Reese. Kevin Reese was my skipper. Kevin Reese said, don't go with him. And I should have gone with him. So, as I was the only guy that really give Paul Smith any competition. So, the 5, I keep missing. I think it's 5,000 meters, like 11 or 12 times around the track. Which was it, Tegger? You remember?
It was, I think we did 5,000, 1,500, and 800.
So in
That's all right.
the 5,000, a youth named Alan Black.
Blackwood or
Blackwood, man.
Blackwood, yeah, you know Alan Blackwood. Good.
Jono.
Yeah.
And then you are a talented youth, you know. Jono win first from class 400 meters, you know. Jono never have a back.
Jono used to play cricket, same one.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
trilogy and play cricket and run and play ball.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was focused on beating them youth there.
Yeah.
I'm a set a piece of pace system, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if Tegger probably running that race too. Set a pace, man.
No, I never run the 5,000.
Run everybody out, you know. Including Gabler, you know.
Yeah.
But my mind wasn't set on beating Gabler.
Yeah.
My mind was set on how I come second.
Yeah.
And this is a life lesson for me, Jelly and Tegre. I'm gonna set the pace, you know. Paul for follow me, you know, brethren. And once I mentally knew, so I'm gonna drop Jana out, and Jana knows gonna talk about this. I'm gonna drop Blackwood out, cause them could out sprint me any day.
Yeah.
I had to burn them out.
Yeah.
Last lap, you know.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing Patrick Smith, Paul Gabler brother. I said, "Run, Paul, run!" And I'm what I'm worried about. I had mentally defeated myself to number 2. Not knowing that Paul was struggling.
Yeah.
Till this day.
You accept number 2.
Accept number 2. Didn't charge myself and so I could go for number 1.
Yeah.
Till this day.
Yeah.
I think about this all the time.
Yeah.
1, would have been my only chance to beat Paul Gabler.
Yeah.
2, don't settle for the number 2. And with upon the last run, and if I knew what I did, like I return at the goosey and just bust off a hard space and just flat out and make Paul off a run down.
Yeah.
Instead, when Paul go around me now, with up on the last lap now, the back stretch, you know.
Yeah.
And I guess Paul start sprint way. But I was mentally defeated. And I remember saying, "I'm a whole lion, man, I'm a whole lion."
Yeah.
And but I stay with him the whole way, and Paul out sprint me the last 200 meters.
You know that's
right?
Yeah.
This was before sports.
It was yeah.
And after the race, Paul said, "Boy, Tony, are the first time you nearly beat me now. I'm a back me that hurt me."
Yeah.
They said me hear that, man.
Yes, you could have beat yourself.
Till this day, brethren. Because if I did, I'd have run him, Mr. Man. But the life lesson I walk from that is don't settle for the number 2, because that was my chance to beat Paul Gabler. So take it to answer your question. I ran second to Paul Gabler every time for about almost 3 years.
Yeah.
Except for one race where Tegra beat me. He beat me in the last 10 meters, because I had the number 2 wrap up. And Tegra run me down and pass me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't catch him.
Yeah, because I come on hard.
Tegra get bigger and stronger in a
There's a bigger question I'm missing now, and I don't know. Tegra did ask it, but I don't think you understand. In my mind, a bigger question, you know. Did you realize that your tenacity, if you say you're going to make it, was inspiring to other people around you? I mean, I look back on it now.
No.
At the time, I was seeing it, but me I say, I think about it, Greg. Tony come in, Tony is a brand name baller. He have a skill enough, man. But guess what? Tony had a competitive spirit where, what was saying in Meadowbrook, let your light shine.
So shine, yes, I.
You see, I look back and I say, you see, you're a spirit you bring to the teams, them, and then there's one team, you know. Because everywhere you go, you know, that's why they love you, you know. That's why the Dread
takes you. That's a special relationship, man. Dread was like...
The competitive spirit where you bring Tony.
Fight! You have to fight. You have to fight. And you, to answer your question, no, I did not. But like with the Ira Turner, when him say man saw him after and said some things.
Yeah.
Well, you know, during school, you get to a certain level, and you know, a certain man rate.
Yeah.
You know, and the bigger you them, you know, start support you some ways, and you realize that you were respected. But you know, I never met that get to med still.
Yeah.
But later on, the man said, "Ball, am I youth? Remember the time?"
Yeah. When I remember,
Lucas said he was at a reunion, and the man I'm talk about best defenders and. Just an honor that my name was even mentioned. I was saying some youth was bragging about me, and I never really did that so great in Manning Cup. I had a couple games that was good, but I was average. But I did really good in But I was known for my
Colts and,
tackling.
and Colts.
I did decent in Colts and I did really good in house match
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
around
yeah,
school. But I only played
No.
football at Meadowbrook. While the other man played Corner League and different things. I did not have the exposure. So my last year, Brethren Jelly, me a train and me a get ready, me a play Corner League.
Yeah, play everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to migrate, and say that's a sore topic till this
Farm.
day. Till this
Kind of a
day.
matter. You feel like go 6 farm?
Brethren, so I repeat fifth farm. I think I got 4 subjects the first time. Repeat and get another 4. So I'm ready for go 6th farm.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, it's like say I forgot firing, And until this day, I say, boy, I should have asked to stay back. I mean, you talk about it.
Yeah, because you would have been part of that legendary winning team.
When Luke Witter sent me the picture them and the cutout, I said,
yeah.
Because
you were an integral part of that team.
Should have been there, man. I try to justify everything, what in my life.
Yeah.
And you and Jelly, God made it for me to leave at the time for several reasons, career-wise, and some opportunities that came available that wouldn't have come. And out of you start get popular and getting at the girl, but I probably get myself now some trouble.
Yeah, because I want to turn big baller. The girl, you become the girl them sugar and run it out certain. Yeah. So hold on, we go back a little bit because you play now. What's some of the money me look on to and you say, right, the man you're talented, right? I wish me can play like the money, control, kick like the money. Some of the ball when I play come up in under 13 calls and then ultimately.
So ultimately it started from the Ira turn. I'm gonna tell you the Peckers and the Booberai. Booberai as a defender, I'm gonna just respect Booberai. To the point. And this is how when you start emulating man. Kobe would follow and look at Michael Jordan's tape to the max to become the best.
Yeah.
But start walk like Boo Boo.
Yeah.
Walk like Boo Boo and Iron pick on them youth there and ball boy in the locker room.
Watch it because it's a close up.
And start mentoring. And so them man that was the inspiration. I remember when playing Manning Cup I said to the Dread, I said, boy, remember when them man the Iron, Boo Boo and Pekka play ball and say, look we were playing Manning Cup, man. Them guys was so advanced and I'm stop me.
Yeah.
And said, don't think that where the level you guys are playing now is not at that level.
Yeah.
Or better.
Yeah.
And I was just so fat because them was the idols.
Yeah. Kind of on them.
And just imagine that we were now playing at a level that those
get
guys
up on the film level, I know. Yeah.
The Dread said that. And I remember saying, you really think so, Mr. Year? And him said, yeah, man. And so on a playing at a level that's at par. And we used to play against Iron and Muta because Ira played against the Medieval. And would play the Medieval.
Yeah, but I don't. I probably train on it sometimes.
Yeah, we play Medieval quite a
bit. Yeah.
So, you start hear it from different guys as fourth farm, fifth farm, but
so what's my contemporaries then? The man who you play with, you look on
the Gobblers them was just like
a cut above the rest.
Leadership.
Yeah.
Patrick was just he just had leadership.
Yeah. So even younger than you and all them step in and it's like step in a role.
You see the Colts team that started from under 14, we had 2 years of playing together. Yeah. And the said team ended up going Manning Cup. Manning Cup.
Yeah.
Residual of it.
Yeah.
We look up to Andrew Bird.
Yeah.
We look up to Andrew Bird. I want to tell you, the first year I got for Manning Cup, I didn't make the Manning Cup,
Yeah.
And Dredd asked me to continue to train with the team.
Yeah.
And while I was training with the team, I used named Kurt Campbell. That's the idea. Kurt Campbell. For
you
some
reason, Meadowbrook Estate,
yeah, man. For some reason, Kurt Campbell saying him wanted to leave the side.
Yeah.
I tell you what, 2 youth they come from Boys Town, Benton and Bull.
Yeah,
Bull,
yeah. Wicked
center
off.
Yeah.
And Kurt decided, say, boy, and this was his second year in Manning Cup, said, nah, sit down upon a bench. And as a veteran and as a respected man, him said, ooh. So Kurt came off the team.
Yeah.
So we'll play a house match against Ratney. And I wasn't cognizant enough to know that it was that game that the Dread was looking on to replace Kurt Campbell. And Tegred, this was probably one of my best schoolboy football game I ever played. Well, I played against Alan Blackwood and Andrew Bird.
So how smart, yeah, Rodney
Smart.
McLeaf, I remember.
And then man Rodney. And when I say me and Squitty and Luke make the defense, you know.
Yeah.
And the bottom field full up in a
Yeah.
And I was having one of the better defensive game.
Yeah.
And I could hear on the field Mr. Phillips say, "You want a man like Tony Moore for Mark Andrew Bird?"
Yeah.
And just my name and Bird in the same sentence.
Yeah.
And that day that nothing couldn't pass. Bird I tried, Bird couldn't pass.
Yeah.
Alan Blackwood, Mom just says I just had a really good game. Right? And I remember you named Robert Sherlock and Bird I tried to take me on kept saying, shot block. And I saw Sherlock and I said, and them think they was just motivating and had a wicked game. After that, the Dread said, Moore, I'm gonna give you that vacant spot.
On the Manning Cup
On the
team.
Manning Cup side.
By that time them start was the Manning Cup team.
That was Dread's first year. So I trained the whole team right up there.
Yeah. And then the same Colts team, I had a 40 team, McGraw, man. Yeah.
And is that Hitchcock talk about that institutional, all the legendary, you look back at all the legendary NBA teams, the Lakers, the Bulls.
It's a foundation. Yeah.
So I missed like the first 2 games.
Yeah.
But by the time I come on, I ended up starting. And I remember my first game was against Tivoli, and I used to play cricket and ball. And we're the number 10, short, dark, thick youth.
Tivoli?
Tivoli.
You don't remember him name?
Someone mentioned him.
Yeah, but I know you're talking. Green on the minimum. Yes, I know you're talking, man.
He was the big baller for Tivoli.
Yeah, man, he was a bad for Tivoli. Then he was short and thick. Yeah, man, I know you're talking.
So when him up on the floor,
Green on the name. Yeah.
Me or the youth them say, a baby that man, a baby that.
I said, yeah.
I'm gonna say, it's alright. Me use my shortness as an advantage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, my first game, man, I didn't put it on him, but I held myself competent.
Yeah.
I remember them say, you can't pass the baby. You know?
Yeah.
So anyhow, that's how I got on the Manning Cup team. And so the Gobblers them, Andrew Bird. Yeah. Enough respect for Andrew Bird. And Andrew Bird as an older youth, his best Manning Cup year was during that year,
84.
Andrew Bird scored enough goal. Richie Ladd scored an unbelievable solo against Camperdown.
Remember that.
Start on the left wing, cut cross on the right wing, and then lick it under the bar.
Yeah.
So I ended up starting for that team and got my position, and after that never ride bench again. But Richie Ladd was respected. Lukey was my bona fide. Lester as an older man, them time to repeat and was on the side. Squitty was a general at the back. Squitty was a general at the back. The great smooth man. Tippy did. I'm sorry. Squitty did vicious at the back, man. Yeah. Leon Johnson.
That
Jono had some timing back there, man.
Yeah.
Where I used him Ron Edley from KC, where him come from estate, man. Where I take on everybody. I said Jono timing. Lukey was quick out of the block. When I broke up any tackle, but Jono timing at the back was like leaps on above ahead of everybody. Yeah. And then when the Manning Cup, Tipper Clark, me always said to Tippy, talk to me in a bird.
Yeah.
But Tippy love for Meadowbrook. Tippy like Hitchcock came in late. Tippy came in through Wagon, the mine.
Yeah. And then from Pembroke, I think he used to go Pembroke.
Tippy love Meadowbrook, support Meadowbrook.
Yeah, man, just like Hitchcock.
Just like Hitchcock.
Meadowbrook and blood, a green and blue.
Till this day, man.
Yeah.
Till this day.
Yeah.
So the bigger man,
there are quite a few like that, Quite a few people like that,
Yeah, man.
That came in late.
Yeah. Them never come from first time, but them had that Meadowbrook.
Even some of the girls, them too.
Yeah.
I think you have Debbie Meeks and a Slate.
Yeah, she's supposed to come.
Love Meadowbrook has done a lot.
Yeah.
But she came in late and same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, man, maybe I'm coming up towards the end of the month because I have to reschedule that because next week I'm Wednesday, I never realize it, I'm schedule it. So, and she and some ladies that come up, so I'm going to reschedule. I have somebody else interview next week, so that will come up.
And don't forget Robert Salter. Robert Salter was a wicked youth, man.
He will leave Meadowbrook early because he was one of the most, apart from Richie, I want to
say Richie is when Robert Salter.
Yeah, man.
Look it hard, man.
But he play Colts. Because talk about a Colts final. We got Colts final.
So, we got Colts final, but here one. When we play Colts, Ventura asked the Dread if Salter could have played Manning Cup. And the Dread said no. So Salter could have played Manning Cup from them time because Salter was a big.
He was good enough to play Manning Cup.
Good enough to play Manning Cup. Salter and Richie Lodge was
a cut above the rest.
But Richie was on the Colts team. So the Colts team, my youth, will start from earlier train. Take out the dead with way. Them telling me I come into my own, you know. Me on one wing back, Squitty on the next wing back, Luke here centre half, Jono at the other wing, at the sweeper, and Paul play midfield with Goldilocks, would have the wicked touch. Itchyberg on one end. And upon the other end was named Stadium Girl, Stephen Williams. And yeah, man.
I used to play ball, Meadowbrook, you know.
Steve did fast, man.
Yeah, Steve.
They again like Ricky Villa, Jonesy, Spencer Wang, the great Spencer Wang. And our captain was Luke Witt, and Kirk Doman was the backup keeper.
Yeah.
And Errol Silveira, whatever. Silveira. In the finals.
Yeah.
So anyhow, now for talk about the Aggie game.
That's at the semi-finals. Our game
Aggie game was 2 games away from the finals.
Oh, because them time they and in a semi-final, you win the zone and you play a final.
And then we end up with a playoff against Tivoli.
Yeah.
But the Aggie game,
and for the record, for the people know, Aggie is Excelsior.
Yes, sir.
Excelsior.
So we'll go Excelsior go play.
Yeah.
And when we got there, the Excelsior man them run out of the canteen. I youth named Goosey and Lon Davis, and the man them run out in them white and them green stripes.
Yeah, them pretty color, yes.
Pretty and the man them bigger than we in a brethren.
Yeah.
I was so rotted. From the man them run up on the field when they were trouble. Right? And I think we score first. And the man them would maybe like less than 5 minutes.
And the match I played on Aggie. Yeah.
Less than 5 minutes for the...
You can play over the Sahara. Across the Mountain View, because them used to have a field over our cricket match alone used to play over there.
Dirt field.
Yeah, man. Across the field from Mountain View and over the school.
Over the school?
Over the
school. We used to play a cricket match.
Did that?
Yeah, man. I did that, man.
Yeah.
So, we score first. I don't remember who scored. But then them equalized with like 5 minutes from
Yeah.
That's when them equalized. The whole school run up on the field, you know. And it's like say it done in a bird.
Yeah.
And that helped me when we start doubting in my mind and say, less than 5 minutes and the school are celebrate and I go on and I say this done.
I look for going, you know.
Yeah, see me? And we say, alright, come spot the ball. That's why, you know, Patrick Gabler did this against Jago too, you know. And less than 5 minutes, and Stephen Williams must have run hard upon the wing and push a ball through the Patrick Gabler, you know. It's probably less than 5 minutes. Like.
Yeah.
It's when Patrick Gabler run it down, man.
Yeah.
And lick it in.
Yeah.
And score.
Silence the whole
school. Jelly. It get worse. Game blow off.
Yeah.
See me? All the way I go back now. Rory McGregor, Mitchie, Goosey, Bob Campbell. And while we go there, no white bread van.
Yeah.
I usually carry away, see me?
The man gone.
The man a dirty yet, man. Now in the meantime, the whole Excelsior school on the way.
Yeah.
And I look at you, like a nerdy youth show up with that. I remember he had an attacher case, right? And I said, which youth carry an attacher case go school? Oh, Excelsior.
Yeah.
And I look at you, what did them bring on? With like 5 minutes, was trying to pull me in at the half side. I said, like a man.
Yeah.
So after the game, him say, flash out my youth. I say, what you want me to do? Carry me at the half side? I said, no. I'm just say, what you want me to do? I'm just walk out. I say, a bad man. I'm just look upon him and say, what you want to do? So I left him, nerdy youth with the suitcase, attach a case. Brethren, all the way line up. A man drip up Jono, you know. I say, my beat Jono, you know.
Yeah.
The man them go after Salter, you know.
Yeah.
And so where the bread van the bread,
Yeah, kind of.
the man them go after Rory McGregor, you know.
Yeah.
A beat what they get for a beat, you know. And we catch for afraid. And the one by one, the man them try to pick way off and haggy this, you know.
Yeah.
And the look of you, the nerdy kids show back up and say, see him there? And point for me, a bad boy that, you know.
Yeah.
I'm going to stand beside Goosey. I hear what Goosey said to me. Goosey said, you can't go on too bad way in the next boy territory, you know. I said, Goosey for a big man, you know.
Yeah.
So, Carlton face it. Never forget this. Carlton says, Mr. Moore, come and stand beside me. I'm going to stand beside Face. And we did it on an upper level. I mean, I look around and out. And Face said, just stay beside me, Mr. Moore. I mean, I said, for that, I respect Face till this day. Because eminent danger, brethren. Michigan. Remember Mitchell?
What do you mean?
Mitchell come up when the man them get ready now. Mitchell, me never forget. Mitchell said to the youth, what I beat with. And say, I bet if Bruce today there, I would not go on so.
I wouldn't Bruce, the man from the end.
Man from there, and him say,
We should come from here. We should come from Rockford.
Him say, you know Bruce say, Mitchell say, Bruce say, my boy, man. Me and Bruce is sparring. Bruce today there, I would not go on so.
Yeah.
And based on that conversation,
The crowd off a back off.
him say, alright, you know Bruce, everything cool.
Yeah.
And then back off. And him look on Rory McGregor and Goose and Mitchell say, you don't know who that. A rock for them come from, you know. And him say, rock for them come from. Him say, alright, come make we cool.
Yeah.
And I saw the man them back off, you know.
Yeah. Because it's a sense of power coming in this.
Respect the man, them respect Mitchell. That time them know say
And them go call name with them know.
Call bad boy name.
Yeah, because Rockford and Warwick man and Mitchell I know. A man the name them call, yeah. Yeah, go ahead, Greg.
But the Tivoli match after that, Tony,
They just as bad.
was another, was probably worse.
Well, tell me how that go then. Tell me about
So it's when the bread van come. We never so happy in our life, man. We jump around the white van and we gone.
and if I style territory,
man.
mash up the man.
The next day, the principal.
So hold on, before you go. So Mitchell, did just come at the match?
Mitchell and Bob Campbell, man, and them you they come just for protect we.
Got them probably
And you see if them man they never come.
Got them man they still have a school?
Yeah, man. Mitchell come
Yeah, man.
wearing 4
I'm still have a
and
school.
Mitchell was repeating fifth farm.
Yeah, they never play money.
The one I know, because they play Major League and they play for Boys Town.
No, Mitchell was general.
Yeah, man.
And Mitchell they ever won our Colts.
Yeah. When right, remember I'm right them again. Now Mitchell I'm last year.
Mitchell, something Mitchell.
Yeah. What go ahead, yeah. Be fine.
But so Red Van
Rich with the black knee.
we thank God, man, and the man must say Salter too old came beard up. Salter beard up from him first.
Yeah.
From Salter go must prep school Salter there.
Yeah.
And anyhow, so we had a playoff against Tivoli.
And what a match I play?
Then neutral ground
Neutral ground, come there.
can't be a Tivoli, man.
No, we don't have a chance.
And we beat Tivoli 3-love. And when Tivoli realized that them beat, Tivoli start going somewhere. You stepping on my nuts.
You mean during the match?
Boom! Stepping on my
Yeah,
nuts.
man.
Dip on the ground and roll.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, man, come off. And the judge say, stay on the field more. And I said, "What? You know, so what happened?"
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Here, no problem, sir. I'm have to finish the game. And after the game, the Tivoli boy, them are going somewhere. I saw me know say Bob Campbell, Michigan, and a youth named Swaby were head up the candidate.
Canada. And
Old Senior Association, yeah.
McGregor, Mr. McGregor.
McGregor was the coach, referee,
No.
McGregor did everything.
Yeah, McGregor draw for a big tree stump. And Tivoli man them after the match done and the man them so they want to flag people. McGregor draw for a tree stump, man, and say, who can't do no money? I said, nothing.
We
Say,
never,
what?
we never all know that.
Teacher. Yeah, man, a teacher. We are say a teacher. So that they give us some strength still. We and the man them were there.
But me
Yeah,
remember Little Swaby, Big Swaby, because
Yeah,
Little
yeah,
Swaby
yeah.
was the other one. Pick up stone, him and Bob Campbell, and start stone the Tivoli man them, you know.
Because them none of them home ground.
Them none of them home grown.
Yeah.
And me remember, and then me look back and I say, them boy a bad boy.
Yeah.
Bob Campbell, Swaby, and Michigan, them boy a bad boy. Can them a take stone and a stone.
Them not back from the man. Them
Well,
not
no.
back from the man. Yeah, a sense of resilience and money and protection and money.
So then we go finals, and boy, I'll tell you real quick on the finals. The dread, a youth named Errol Lewis, the
from KC.
fast.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah,
dread
him-
I watch him.
Yeah.
And the dread said, Luke, I'm going to switch you on 20 more. 20 more, you go play stopper, and let Lukey play wing back. And my job was to stop Errol Davis from running through. And I remember when Errol Davis started running.
Errol Lewis.
Errol Lewis.
Yeah.
John looked at me and said, the boy, them
Fast,
fast.
yeah. I think we see the track for KC too, yeah.
And you had, I think you had
He
Mark.
must, he must, he must the 100-meter champion at Champs.
Afterwards,
I
At
did
that time.
not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the quick
And
man.
the quick man, we couldn't, and I can say him never run through and score. His hands, him end up from my head down.
What KC have a reputation for that, you know, because KC used to turn them running a ball, you know. If you remember, before your time, they used to run for KC named Bally Reid.
Yeah.
In the 70s.
Yeah.
Nothing could
Yeah,
run
me
like
hear
him,
about-
no. And I play left
me
field,
hear
you
about-
couldn't. And it was the ball line, Tony, but George Shearer put it on the
Put him on
field.
the field.
Yeah, man, yes.
It makes sense, right?
That great precedent for that. So,
Ron
yeah.
Edley, I think Martin, and then we didn't have our best game Colts team ever played was against Campion in my opinion because we do this at a touch the ball like unreal. But we lose the final. Silvera had a tremendous game. They had more shots on goal.
Carriage, you know, I play on a cold team. I got to wall. Right.
Yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
So this is the final. We come out in New Jersey, sort of old man that just pay for the shots and we had
Yeah.
anniversary, silver anniversary, and Skipper Luke carried the whole way, man, and we lose one love. Sylvia had a tremendous game.
And the two guys on the team,
guys,
yeah,
man.
see.
Well, so it bitter, man. Because we came so much and why?
Yeah.
But
So the foundation from that team,
That's the
move on
foundation.
from and go to the Walker Cup, where and never
Yeah,
said-
the core of that team, yeah.
Yeah, the core of that.
and the vibe, Jelly, the vibe between the man them. You had man like Itchyberg. Itchyberg was the emotional leader.
Yeah.
Itch was an idiot still when it comes to joking
Right.
and just
Yeah.
keep
I'm
it
from-
light.
Yeah.
But
I remember.
Itch was a winner. Itch wanted to win and would always find a way. Patrick was another strong leader. Paul too, but Paul was less vocal. Paul let him skills. Squitty at the back. Jono was like the general. Lukey was the captain, as I said. And but after that, we knew we could beat anybody. And the next Manning Cup team, where Andrew Bird joined us, and Virtue was like, "Oh, them have is a Colts team. I want to tell you, say
That time him stop coach a team.
no, him that Diego."
Ah,
that
Monta
Gio-
won a match. I think somebody.
So there's 2 years. I wasn't there for the last year and that was legendary of them come back and beat Diego. But we came back and draw Diego.
Yeah.
And this was the first year the Colts team played. Manning Cup.
That same coach team, but graduate now,
Yes.
reach 11 now.
And Virtue was like,
yeah.
and them score first and we end up equalizing and draw. And I remember knocking with a Sabina Park, knocking upon because you could hear them over there.
Yeah, the changing room,
And I said, Colts team! Colts team!
Yeah. And that's the
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But it was a cool vibes, cool set of youth, them, man. And until this day, friends for life. Man.
But me ask you something. I mean, you come to it, but we transition into it a little bit. Go back a little bit. What impact did that cricket team win in 1982 have upon younger man like in terms that you start, you're not talking about the cricket at all. But at some point, you get involved in a cricket. What impact did that team winning have upon the psyche of the man them while looking on a play?
I'll say that Meadowbrook small, I think you said 400 boys. If I didn't go Meadowbrook and I didn't know 400, 800 mix.
I didn't know that. I look at that. Tell me that.
Lukey,
Never
right?
know that. Yeah.
If I didn't go Meadowbrook, there's no way I'd have been able to represent my school.
Me say that to Tony.
With
So,
no way, with
me say
larger
that to-
populace, no
I
way.
represent this school at 3 Sport.
God knew
Why you were
he
Meadowbrook?
put me and the I returned and said the same thing. The foundation that I learned at Meadowbrook is what
Yeah,
carried me
man.
through life.
Yeah,
right,
man,
Ted?
yeah.
True life,
Through
yeah, man.
life.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Here being at Meadowbrook at the same time to give me a break,
Yeah.
carry me through life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I remember first, couldn't make my farm side.
Yeah.
Donald Farquharson was mature beyond age.
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
his
man.
cricket skills.
Yeah.
Donald was first farm a lineup, I play catch.
And that first time they would know.
Line up.
Yeah.
And if you ever get in discipline with Donald was like, yo, you're off the team.
And this a Molo.
And this a Muller,
Yeah.
the great doctor now.
Dr. Fox that killed his
And
guy
I-
last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I,
Both cricket and football, you know.
Yeah.
and track.
Was-
I want to tell you, say Muller run interfarm 400 meters. Didn't want to run it. Ball tears, and my Sparks make him run it. And Muller run it against a youth named Richard Pusey that ultimately went Wilmers and ran track.
Yeah.
And Muller beat Pusey. If Muller wanted, Muller could excel at all three.
So he was a natural athlete.
Natural athlete. Muller was so
But they don't forget more.
It was Muller's skill level in first farm in cricket.
Yeah.
Was outstanding.
So where did he get him skill from? Make him answer that. Let him come on, make him answer that.
I think it was his brothers.
Yeah.
So Beanie, right? So I was attracted.
And Beanie was a Light Campbell?
No, Wayne Campbell.
Wayne Light Campbell. I saw the mix up of because me know him as, when you call him as Light Campbell.
Me know him as Wayne Campbell.
Wayne Campbell, right. But it's like, when him come on Meadowbrook, we know him as Light. And when him go to wait name the name that tell me, look up him start the podcast when him talk. Yeah, and you must say, I'm telling him for come on and come talk to him so right. Eventually
he is one of the coolest youth, boy.
Yeah man, but what boy Wayne Campbell we are talking.
Yeah man.
The great Beanie. We not left him out.
So me always say
Beanie in a sense remind me of you know.
Small,
determined and passes business in every sport.
Beanie could have run fast and play Major League. He could have played cricket.
And him like
you play ball, Major League ball. Talented youth, man. I'm one of the coolest youth forget for now.
Yeah.
Him they end up living Riddles and me and Beanie to get kind of close to for a while. So anyhow, with our first farm, Muller was an unusual talent. Muller played interfarm and had 79 not out.
In a interfarm,
in a first farm. Mr. Yes, it was a record.
Yeah.
But Fiercey, you could see leadership between them two youth from first farm.
Yeah.
Fiercey looked at me and said, Mr. Moore, tell Down Farkas he will not make 79 not out against my team.
Yeah. That's a Fiercey attack.
Muller go
in a first farm.
In a first farm, the new dark them way there.
Yeah.
Leadership started then.
Yeah.
So there I play catcher should be, right? And first farm, we're even shift, so we're playing early. Beanie come on in them white shirt and tie and say, come on, you give me a bat.
Yeah.
And we said, no, we're playing. Beanie said, that's cool, man. Beanie a big son like
Yeah.
Every time I see the cracking and the running them and the Jago and all the new they play upon the concrete behind the woodwork.
Yeah. Got to train and take this right.
So we knew Beanie a big time.
Yeah.
So Beanie come and take the bat away from me, right? And Muller take the ball, you know. Beanie don't know Muller, you know. And Muller go back for a bat for ball, listen, man. And it's when Muller run in. And it's when him put it down. BAM! The chair look out. Beanie get ball out. Big six farmer get
ball out by a first farmer.
Six farm sunlight get ball up by the first farmer.
Honorate Muller,
And me pick up on that time and say, big statement that for Muller.
Yeah.
But anyhow, I said that to say, train hard. I was a great feeler.
Yeah.
I was a great feeler. Wasn't much of a bat. End up playing under 14 and Colts cricket. So Kevin Reese was my skipper. And Minot, Ibanks was on the team. But all the coaching I had, Marston was 1 year ahead and was coaching the senior. Kevin Reese was my skipper. So again, house match.
Yeah.
Tegram, I don't know if you remember this. Kevin Reese a ball and a youth named Richard Swaby a bat.
Yeah.
And Kevin Reese ball the ball up on the off stump.
Yeah.
And Richard hook him.
Yeah.
And Jelly, the ball came across and just reflex. I dove to my right.
And catch it.
Right?
Pluck it out of the air.
But you know, the water commission was crossing.
Yeah.
I
remember, man.
And it happened fast, you know, because Reese was bowling pace.
Yeah.
And when him swing, I'm going to dive to my right, I'm going to go catch it and roll, I'm going to come for the ball. One of the brethren them from the water commission said, Youth man, come here. And the dread look and said, Go on,
yeah.
The man take out a $20 bill and say, test catch that man, $20 right there, sir. Test catch that man.
Yeah, house cricket,
man.
Test cricket catch him, which is true. Yeah.
$20.
So that inspire that's right. Yeah.
Then word start catch on, and then I youth name P Brown, not the P Brown with Tegre, no, Pastor Brown.
Yeah, older one.
We know Pastor Brown too, man.
Pastor Brown was a pace bowler. Pace sunlight,
Yeah.
Wicked pace bowler. So we play a house match, and Lucky tell him run me out. And me and Lucky a bat, but Lucky want to strike. But anyhow, Pastor Brown come in and 4 runs. So I start getting to
get more confidence in the cricket, yeah.
So the one game was memorable for me in the courts, right? I play Calabar. And bad light in a brethren.
Mm-hmm.
You can't pin your wallet about, where about?
And the match I play a Calabar or Meadowbrook, yeah.
And we should have declared bad light. But we don't declare bad light because we chase the run.
You want to win, yeah.
And then me and Luke here about. And I think we need, when we coming up, 1 ball remaining.
Yeah.
3 runs to win.
Yeah.
1 ball and a pitch dark.
Yeah. Not that.
Right?
Yeah.
So me have to either lick a 3 run or a 4.
Yeah. For win. Yeah.
And me I face the ball.
Face the ball. Yeah.
And then number 11.
Yeah.
So if them ball will win.
Yeah.
Then win.
Yeah.
So I can't out, but me I forget 3 runs.
For win. Yeah.
And brethren, remember I look up and I pray now. I say, Father, you have to help me that one there, And the man a bowl him best ball on the night there,
Mm-hmm.
And the Calabar man bowl the ball and I swing. I miss come off my party and we run 1.
Mm-hmm.
And the dread later on I start back and the dread would say to me, "More! Where was that shot against Calabar?" It never forget and kept reminding me.
Yeah.
But as I started to become a better batsman.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you the 84 team had a chance to try out for it. 84? 82. No, you win 82.
82 will win, yeah.
So 84 team.
84.
And I came close to going for the team and I didn't, but I played coach.
Yeah.
So when Uno win in a 82, I got there just at the end, right?
Oh, at the winning of the match.
Match.
Yeah.
Goosey bowl out Cameron.
Yeah.
How much Cameron he make? 79 or something like that?
68.
And when Goosey bowled Cameron, I don't even know if you remember this. Goosey run a victory lap.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Ayer says, after the game, Mr. Ayer said to Goosey, you don't celebrate like that in a professional match like that. You don't get out there and run a victory lap. But Goose was such a fighter.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And I remember being at Sabina and I said, schoolboy I drink beer. You a drink beer, Piggy I drink beer.
I drink in Rome.
All the man drink beer with the dread.
Yeah.
And I remember Piggy said, we're history makers.
Yeah, man. I start my podcast with this one. Piggy.
And I was there for
Like Piggy Williams. History Williams, man. History makers, man.
History maker. I know Piggy from because I was the ball boy from the money.
Yeah.
I went on to play Calabar the first match. Upper Calabar. No, Upper Calabar and play a practice match. Piggy first match.
Yeah.
Calabar man in my mouth Piggy man.
Yeah, because of Calabar.
Yeah. Tell him some girl him soft. No, he can get soft. But the joy that I felt, and Jelly as the leader for it was like I wasn't on the team, but you feel like Meadowbrook did something great. And I knew they were the semifinals the year before and didn't get there.
2 years before, 1980. Yeah.
But the feeling that just Irie brethren.
Yeah, man, it changed the psychology of the school. Big.
And I remember when you were interviewing on JBC, man. I try to reach home for watch it, brethren. And I couldn't get in the bus, I bum red. I said, I had to get home to see it, man. And I got there just in time for say interview, bro. And the pride for say, Jelly, Meadowbrook.
Yeah.
You win.
Yeah.
It did me enough, man.
Feel like apartheid. You felt like apartheid.
Now the 84 finals, the dread, I show up at Sabina Park and the dread just did cool, and the dread said, more. I asked him, so here, can I come in and bring me in the locker room? So me in the locker room with Marston and the man them, so that I got to partake.
Yeah, just like Terry will be up in the locker room the same way. Yeah,
in the locker room with the man them, and I celebrate the man them. We drove home on the same white bread van there.
Yeah.
And I was with the team with Kevin Reese and Matt Donald and Eddie Pyle and Ebanks. And I remember, here's the memorable part for me. It was raining. And we're driving home, and the man them sing Ziggy Marley, I Met Her on a Rainy Day. And for me, Jelly, I always step away from the moment to try to capture the moment. And I remember emotionally stepping away from it and looking, and this room I was right next to Master, and I remember looking and saying, this is special.
Yeah, man.
And I need to cherish this moment.
Yeah,
the man them sing on the dark dirt, and the man them laugh, and the man them cool. And Jelly, that's a special feeling from a schoolboy point of view when you're born with boys becoming men and you achieve something significant.
Yeah.
And I didn't play, but I was close enough to the team to feel like I was a part of it.
And that's the vibe I'm
Right.
It's like you need a fair play on the team, you know. Tegrick signify that.
That's when Tegrick mark up the man them field.
Yeah, man.
Tegrick was there and must get
Like you need to be a part of the team, you know. That's how embracing and inclusive Meadowbrook was at the time, you know. In terms of
and it's how Mr. Here ran things.
Yeah.
This team, and this is the finals. What you want to be in the locker room?
Yeah. No, man, but you see him know, it's like him choose, it's not him choose, you know, because in a sense, you know, in attitude just make sure you're part of it, you know. A fighting and a resilient attitude. It's like, and the Dread, they love that, you know.
Dread loved that.
The Dread, talent was secondary to the Dread, you know. You have to have the light, you know, but more important, and the fighting spirit.
Passion, man.
Boy, you
Fighting
you
spirit.
up, and a boy and a better than you, and you come a train, you give you all over and over, yeah.
I want to tell you, say, a man who I won't name gave me Dread's phone number. And about 6 years ago, I'm in England. I'm going to call the Dread. And I was supposed to meet him the Saturday, but his son had just come from Hong Kong. And he couldn't meet.
Yeah.
And me and him reasons for a little bit.
Yeah.
I said, Mr. Here, I want to thank you for all that you have done for Meadowbrook, but more so for all the players.
Yeah.
I'm going to start call man. And, you know, his memory of each guy was based on what they played.
Yeah, man.
Some say, remember Facey, wicket keeper.
Yeah,
I said, yes, sir. You know, Facey good and Facey good. And I said, Paul Smith twins. You know, and then we just named them off. And them time that we were playing soccer in New York, Gun Hill Road. I returned and talk about it. And so I told him that we still meet as a group. And I told him, you know, Raymond Robinson said something to me that his dad died and Mr. Here became his surrogate. Without even knowing it.
So Raymond Robinson father died while at school, really, yeah? And Mr. Here never know, say,
never know.
Raymond adopted him as his father and him not know.
And Mr. Here played that role for so many of us.
Yeah.
Where, you know, we weren't always this. The thing Mr. Here taught me now is self-discipline and mental preparation. Courts finals, mental preparation. For now, if we have a serious meeting or a serious engagement, mental preparation. And it was an honor for play for the Dread. And I think we had a mutual respect. You know?
That's what I feel.
That's what I feel.
It was not one way, even though it was a disciplinarian, and I reached last week or 2 weeks ago, maybe I'm teaching discipline, because I see it as a two-way street. You follow me? I said to you, it was not discipline to me. No. Because I see it as a job before.
But it's life skill,
Because you see, remember now, and me able to know this, me wasn't a man of talent,
Same here.
Right, me was a man of talent. Me just want to play like you, Tony. You follow me? I said to you, I couldn't even run like you. Kind of run left me any time at all, but me I say me is a competitor like yourself.
So, before I forget, you are going to race P. Brown on a cricket pitch.
Yeah.
Me take on Tegrick. Me want
the two stories man them will ever go Meadowbrook.
Yo, Robert Ranger, that I Robert.
So when you race P. Brown, me I race Tegrick.
Yeah, now longer than cricket.
Me take Tegrick on. I listen to Tegrick run. Me love my chance.
So you see that Robert Ranger, Tegrick. That race after arrange Melbourne when I don't reach a Meadowbrook. I'm going to make sure video it. And anyone who wants to see it, they want to pay $100. $100
for Meadowbrook.
I'm going to go to Meadowbrook. You see that?
Me I take on Tegrick. Me see Tegrick run in a recent times. I'm going to love my chance.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I take up on 100.
I'm ready to take on people. I can see that.
Yeah.
So we're going to raise some money for Meadowbrook. It's all about the fun. Because all about the time. All about the time, man. May I tell you.
Don't them a farm improve a bit, you have to be careful.
Alright, Mr. Tegrick. Duly noted, sir. Duly noted.
Yeah, man. So that picture then now, where you miss the match, but the 84 finals in the changing room, it changed. You look at a winning, and you carry through life, Can me carry through, It's like no matter what we decide to take on, I'm gonna do it, And my mentality that, Once your mind are cluttered and you're distracted and you decide to take on something, and I'm not doing it.
Carry through life,
and I'm not doing it.
People, there's a challenge. I'm saying early success can lead to detrimental because you think you're prerequisite or you're guaranteed for future success, and you're not. So you can't build on the foundation of early success and think it always will follow. But early success give you the confidence that you can win. And so the fact that when we were at Meadowbrook, we were always winning, right? Created this mentality that carry us through life. You talk to even man like Patrick Gabler, Raymond, then you
the mentality.
and the mentality.
Never tear up on that, but
the
Tegre,
mentality.
yeah,
carry you through life.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. But Tegre, you sound like you never said something. Go ahead.
No.
No, because where you bring Sean, you know. People think it's early success, and for some sports it is, and for some school it might. But for we at Meadowbrook, you know, it wasn't. Because I remember now, we are Cinderella school, you know, and all of the sports that we were winning, the championship that we were winning at Tony.
Shouldn't
team,
have.
Team sport.
Team sport.
If there's no one man who stand out throughout the whole entire season, say, him at the ball will carry Meadowbrook go winning now. It's a team sport right through and through. So it's like that team they take on. It inculcates in a way in all of the players man for man around the school and
it represents life.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And Tegre said in earlier in a film podcast, you know, teamwork. Teamwork make the dream work.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
A good phrase that when you said that, Tegre, a good phrase.
Because the dread was all team, man. The dread was all. It was more individual, man.
And it's the guys, you know. So a man like Tegre support from the rear.
Yeah.
Until he had his chance, Tegre played Colts and got semi-finals for Colts, you know. As a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Not true, Tegre.
Yeah.
In Tegre?
No, I'm up on the bench. Yeah.
You never was the Colts keeper one of the semi-finals.
No. But just around the team, similar.
So we say they play Colts. And you
I
were the
play
goalkeeper.
Colts. Cricket.
Coach cricket.
I play coach cricket, man.
Okay.
No,
I did go out for a Colts team as a goalkeeper, but we never.
Okay.
I think they did keep. But I remember who did keep.
What Tegre got mentioned is something I mention every time we get a chance, you know. I mean, if you never know the book, CLR James writing at the 50s, you know, Beyond the Boundary. And what CLR James doing another book, you know, is from Beyond the Boundary, he used the power of the pen, you know, for campaign for Sir Frank Ward become the first black man to captain West Indies cricket team, you know.
This cricket.
You follow me? I say this. So I use the phrase, I use it lightly, you know.
True, man.
The power and the support from the people who not play sometimes more important than the money on the field, man. And for Meadowbrook, that's part of it. Beyond the board, we talk about the union and the cricket and the support that the money. Yeah, man, exactly.
Yeah, man.
It's a powerful thing.
It's a powerful supportive cause.
Yeah, man.
You can't do it on your own. And you know, man believe in it. When me usually play ball, I ask Master and I remember forget my plum seed because I always keep a plum seed in my mouth. And the man that okay with me there, see a plum seed. You know, the little support. And Jelly, you often ask about what was the Meadowbrook vibe, the Meadowbrook different, the Meadowbrook culture. Was it smaller? Was it closer? The man them gel together. The man them support everybody.
Yeah.
Whenever, and I know. No, Cheddar tell me that Arden had a similar culture, you know.
Yeah.
Because him went back. But the man them jam and hang out. And of course the girl factor enrich life.
No, definitely, man. We can't leave them out.
What, man?
You can't leave them out at all, Tegre, because the girl in my Meadowbrook, you know, even though when the softball team come up, when we talk about for them things.
You messed them on netball, so the girl.
Yeah, the same thing.
So the girl them had a netball team where I think won one championship.
Yeah, man. Let me tell last week, you know, there was two girls. Lucas' sister Grace with her.
Carol Simpson.
Sharon Robinson get called for the Jamaican national netball team in 1980. But they couldn't fulfill the obligation because 1980 was the election year, I think. The tournament get called out.
But Carol Simpson played for Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah. And played, and I think played international too. So, let me tell you about the girls, how they enrich life, right? Just having the girls them in the class. This what I mean at Fort Farm, Virgin. And my face. You know, you go through your face.
Get puberty, yeah.
A girl named Angela Lawful, right? She says, Tony Moore come. She bring her alcohol and her cotton. Brethren, and lean back and get my facial at school in a brethren.
How are you say?
What, man?
You know, I get them special treatment. So what kind of big ball of that? So,
Yeah.
So you never know her from before. She in class.
Tight, man.
Yeah.
But as general, man, the girls them treat you good, and it wasn't a sexual relationship.
No. It's like a friend. It's a friend. A vibe. Yeah.
Me and laugh so tight, man. And she's like, Tony Moore, come on, then I'm squeeze your face. And
Yeah. It wasn't overture to say I look her, I look you. It's a friendship.
I'm going to Calabar, my two cousins, Edgar Moore and Ogat Moore, go Calabar. I'm say, yo, a beer man when I go school. I say, when I go school, massage, facial, my life good.
Yeah.
Couldn't wait for go school.
No, see, but John will talk about that, you know. John will say the one name to a JC. And then the break man, I'm going on with the three name, Puncy or something like that. And me I say, in the Meadowbrook, I have this walk out on the netball court, and beside Pekka, and your day is made, man.
Oh man, beautiful girls to hang out with, talk with, enrich your life, laugh with.
Yeah, man, and you're my friend.
When you start playing ball, girl.
A lifelong friendship, Tony. I know exactly what I say, man.
Real, man.
But hold on, let me ask you something, because you mentioned something to me last week, you know. I when me and you talking, you say you were part of the cadet, or were you?
Yes. So I am enjoying cadet first farm, right? I don't know. I try everything.
Yeah, because Meadowbrook allow you to do that.
Meadowbrook allow me the opportunity, sir. Well said.
Now I'm tell you, say, hold your lane. Meadowbrook I say anything where you want to. As Spanner I say, you come to Meadowbrook for participate, not as a furniture.
Yeah. I was cadet, you know.
So me and Tegrick up on camp. Well, remember, Never Foster was my what you call it? Drill master. Foster did slick in a and me and Tegrick go camp. Camp out at Meadowbrook, you know. For almost a weekend. And Tegrick out, shoe polish up and toothpaste up the man in barrack, you know. Troublemaker, you know.
Part of the child that we ain't go on.
But you had Bolt, you had Wayne Campbell.
Bold.
And them man there, you know. But it was at them time that me I really got close to Tegrick.
That's when you started.
Yeah, man.
I was the second farm. Tegrick was the first farm.
Yeah, man. Wayne Clark.
Wayne Clark.
Yeah.
Wayne Clark. And Chana.
That Colin Chana. Yeah.
Colin
I didn't know that Chana was relatively new to Meadowbrook again.
Yeah.
Chana was a general as a drum master now.
Blick, man.
Woman.
Yeah.
This when Chana
Yeah, man.
start with the mace, what them call it, the mace? And start
The mace,
march.
Yeah.
And throw it up in the air and catch it.
That's when China said, eyes right.
Yeah.
Listen, over.
Yeah.
And your lieutenant, you salute the inspecting officer.
Yeah.
And China up on front with them white gloves, brethren.
I up the chest and I live.
I'ma do the these long steps he won't do.
Yeah.
Pretty on that you can't find in a brethren.
Yeah.
I wish we could have videotaped something like that.
Yeah.
I'm have the mace in front
right.
time. That's when China do the turn.
Yeah.
And taking white gloves and do a pretty turn there, you see man. Listen, man. You march and you fascinated by China, man. Yeah, man.
Did.
I am say, go on.
Yeah, we did have some legendary musicians in the drum corps. A side drummer the name Nar.
Man.
Was one of the best side drummer you can ever find.
Yeah.
So the three man who won Drum Major Award was Andrew Bird won it 1 year. Clive last him. Edwards or Haynes, I think.
Clive Haynes. Yeah, man. Clive Haynes, man.
Drum Major. Cool.
Drummer too. Yeah.
Across school.
No. Best drum major after the inspection.
Okay.
Yeah. Clive Haynes story. Must tell you that story.
Clive Haynes. Okay.
Yeah. So Clive Haynes win it. Andrew Bird win it, and Norman Nar.
Nar.
The coolest
Yeah.
And Norman Nar is usually kick me up in the first farm.
Yeah. I know play some football. So yeah.
That boy.
Yeah, man.
And by the type of Norman, one of the coolest.
Yeah.
So anyhow.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
China was something special, brethren. Me and the man used to say that Pantan did slick to me. Never said Pantan. But China, when they do them white glove turn, brethren, wish we could have videotaped that.
You saw like you had something. Did I say something?
No, we never experienced Pantan, but me know China. When I started, China was drum major, and then Nar became drum major after China left.
So, yeah, man. After Channel.
So were you aware that when China talk last week, say, I learned one summer for come. Didn't know, say, can you get the impression, say, me a long time?
I thought he was in there a long time. I was surprised.
I never know the China just come either.
Surprised him just saying.
Yeah, I said, just introduce him to Meadowbrook. Yeah.
That shows how brilliant the guy was.
He
man.
come like a seasoned Meadowbrook veteran, you see him?
I was a goalkeeper too, you know.
Yeah.
When we hear the story, when him saying
He was to keep my league a proper call. Yeah.
I think keep house match. I saw
Yeah. No man, multi-talented. I jump and then be on the school challenge and
funny youth.
Yeah. Keep
troublemaker.
Yeah.
I mean, I look about to him still in a but him just make everybody feel iron, man.
Comfortable around him, man.
Man.
No, him was in a Manning Cup squad too, you know, as a reserve keeper, I think.
Yeah, right. Right. Him talk about that, him say, through Ishkak as the goalkeeper, I'm kind of a timid for one go. But him good enough for one go.
A dentist was Hitchcock. So Bobby was Hitchcock back up.
Yeah.
And then after Hitchcock left, dentist was Piggy back up.
Yeah.
And then Tippy and Carlton Facey was a Manning Cup keeper as well, you know.
Yeah, man, him actually keeping a match.
84, 84, 82, 83. 83.
No.
Carlton Facey was the goalkeeper.
No, man,
85 this.
84. Carlton keep one game and Carlton in at the goal, you know. See me?
Yeah, that's a Manning Cup.
Tippy late. And Carlton go look up and see Tippy in the stand and run and say, Mr. Here, Tippy's here. So I say, Faces, stay in that goal.
You know what, Dave?
Tippy's here, Mr. Here, Tippy's here. Hooked on English, I laugh off him, man.
Yeah.
And we won the match too, you know.
We won the match?
Yeah.
I think we won the match, but 1-0 or 2-1, something like that.
Yeah.
I think it was against Woolmans or one of them.
So let me tell you something about the Manning Cup, man. I'm going to tell you two quick stories. I don't want to run your clock too long.
No, man, run the clock as long as you want, man. It's a conversation.
So,
we have to take.
Alan Blackwood got the name Shitty Black. And how Alan Black would get that name there, you know? You know, Mr. Here, PE offices, right? And you have the auditorium that lead the passage, and you have a restroom leading down to the auditorium.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Alan Black a mail 2 letter.
Yeah.
See me? Alan Black a sit down on the state with him foot them on the toilet, you know? Cause Owen Smith, Bobby, and Tippy and them man there, you know. I look under the star.
To see who
take a dump.
Yeah.
And the man them figure out Sir Alan Black. And Tippy and them almost and Howie Smith go get box juice in the box juice.
Yeah.
Full it up of water in a bird juice.
Yeah.
And throw it over the stall and wet up Alan Black on the toilet in a bird juice. You think that end there, so?
Yeah.
Alan Black take the same box juice.
Yeah.
And dip out some water in the toilet.
And wet up your bag. Yeah.
From that, Alan Black known as Shitty Black bird. I tell you, man.
Yeah, man. We don't good man. That's exactly what
God bless him soul. I'm dead.
Yeah, really. You know what Barbican. Yeah.
Baller.
Yeah, man. I'm good.
Wicked baller,
man.
Yeah, man.
When we pass on here, God bless him soul.
Bless him soul. So, now the Manning Cup story, man, I tell you now. All the way I go bottom field.
Yeah.
And we walk, you know where the gully is when you get to bottom field?
Yeah, man, yeah.
2 roads we run down that side.
Yeah. Yeah, man, know where you're talking. You can take a shortcut.
We take the shortcut.
Yeah, man, the shortcut.
And walk bottom field.
Yeah.
All the Manning Cup man them out. And Virgin, we look and we see a house full of orange tree in a Virgin.
Yeah.
A man like Lukey, we just call him Teeth and Luke, cause not a fruit tree part, the hills man them, you know?
Yeah.
A beer fruit tree already, you know?
Yeah, I don't know, make it part. I phone it out,
so, we see the orange tree, you know, the Manning Cup man them. So, me is always I could discipline you. So, I say, me nah go over the fence, but throw the orange over, more catch him. So, Buffy and them man, they dip on the tree, you know? Dip on the tree, I pick orange in a brethren. I drop down and I'm gonna throw it. I put in a bag. And I load up a training while going on. Jelly and Tegra, like a big belly man come at the door with no shirt on and said, wait, what are you doing in the tree? And that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then go back in the house. Jelly, I say, man, I jump from tree, man, I jump down and I jump fence. Next thing we know, the big belly man come out with a lass.
The phone
and I run you down there.
Yeah.
You can't catch me.
Yeah,
so I be laughing the water man and outrun him and him go back and we laugh and we think say done. So with that training with the dread now, Paul Gabler come up and say, when I have orange, we say, yeah man, see two oranges.
Yeah.
Paul Gabler eat him orange, you know, we forget everything about it, but an hour later, next thing we see a car drive up and a man come out to the last bird.
Yeah.
And so I go and chop up on the wire, Mr. Here say, you know, what's this all about? I am on the dread reason. And him getting him car and him leave.
Yeah.
And the dread just look at us and say, gentlemen, he says if you'll come back over his house again, he's going to mess it up.
Yeah.
And from that point, and Paul Gabler said, him said to Paul Gabler, you come back down there again? And Paul Gabler said, come back down what? Paul don't know where we'll get there.
Yeah.
I chop the man, I got chop way up, brethren.
Tell Greg, you didn't know that story? I went there.
Take Greg there.
I want to drop off. This is something I told you.
Oh, no, man. Yeah, man, I'm there.
Take Greg was
yeah, man, I don't know the story, man. When Gabler get implicated for something with him to do.
Yeah.
Tegre usually read every mango tree even deal between
mango tree and them things they never have no fun with women.
Enough man yard would jump over and put
jump the fence, man.
Yeah. So alright, Tony, that's what I go through you know. Which teacher you remember who inspire apart from Sayer, who inspire Meadowbrook and them teacher yeah?
Enough teacher. So Miss Parks in first form, Miss Bromley was our form teacher when we graduated from high school in fifth form. Miss Denham, do you know a teacher named Miss Denham? Miss Denham was, when I repeat, she was my form teacher. Miss Jones, I think Reese mentioned Miss Jones. She teach Geo. Miss Jones was also one. Rory, my boy, my trainer, the maths and the physics never agree with me, you know.
Yeah.
Was more the arts and the business.
Yeah.
But McGregor was just a cool. I want to tell you something. I go back a yard and me and Lukey go up at UA and I watch a concert. And Mr. McGregor was there. And I said, Soapless!
Yeah, the nickname, yeah.
And he said, yeah, big man now, he still a call me Soapless.
Yeah.
I said, sorry, Mr. McGregor.
Yeah.
Mr. From the carpenter shop, Mr. Shepherd.
Yeah.
He usually call me outside and say, you have enough determination
and
encouragement. Me no garden, but we weren't that close. Plucky on them Monday. Bless him soul again. The tighter with garden. But,
yeah, Plucky, yeah. Remember Plucky.
Bromley, Denham, Jones, and of course, when it comes to Mr. Here, man, it's just life-changing.
Stand out a certain way. Mr. Here was life-changing for me too, Tony. Life-changing for me too. So, alright. So, tell me an embarrassing moment, remember Meadowbrook, where you can talk about where you say, right, jelly. No. You look back with a smile. We put it that way. Because I don't want to say nothing where. I'm going to embarrass the body. Or you say, I feel a bad vibe. Just to leave it to that smile, yeah.
The first one is, I had the highest GPA in social studies.
So we use GPA them
time.
No, but you call it that.
But we know what the highest average.
Yeah. Highest, okay, all right. Highest school average. You know what? Social studies?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And the CXC exam, let's say it was on the Thursday, which was the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
I mistook it for the Friday, the 6th. Mm-hmm. And the day the exam will go on, I had to study.
Mm-hmm.
And so I come to school the next day. The teacher them I said, Mr. Moore, Tony, we were looking for you, we would call you, we can't find you. You missed the first day. I said, I missed the first day, man. And tears just fill up my eyes, brother. I'm going to try my best on the last, because 2 days you have to take.
Yeah.
And they gave me an incomplete. But the lesson learned there is pay attention to the details.
So you have exam for the, and you're there, study because you're not prepared, you don't know the details at all. You
have your schedule.
Yeah. Oversight. Yeah.
And I remember the teacher says, Tony, if I knew where you was, Miss Denham, she said, I'll drive and come get you.
Yeah.
She said, break my heart, man. And because she was so emotional, I got emotional. I started crying. I'm a big fifth farmer.
But you realize something going on in terms of the responsibility we have to take upon ourselves as youngsters at them time there. The parents are remind us they have exams.
And my uncle, I grew up with my uncle, and said, Tony, let this be a lesson to you to pay attention to the details.
Yeah, man, it's like you realize that you take responsibility for yourself for so long, from so young. Because your parents now, just like Tony I said, miss him exam and all them really, because you have a responsibility for yourself. But unless you're going to learn, you know.
Yeah, man.
And you say you have another story.
So that story, alright. Candy, little big man. Play
Like a Byron
Nunes.
Yeah.
Right? Come from St. Mary's College.
I St. Mary's College
Yeah,
years
man.
ago. Yeah.
Before him come. I think Goosey too, you know.
Yeah.
So anyhow,
But he used to live up a Chartwood.
up a shot would play minor league, major league a shot with Piggy.
Yeah, no, Piggy
So-
a good friend, yeah.
Byron had bought a house match.
Yeah.
See me? And Piggy, Piggy could have mouth still. You know?
Yeah, man.
So Byron had a pretty top, you see, man.
Yeah.
Where him just dress it down.
Yeah.
And I mean, I watch him, you know. And the man was like, Candy, man, Dave Green, go on,
Yeah,
Candy. And Byron just pretty, you know.
Yeah.
I watch him, you know, and I said, boy, I can't do that to you, you know.
Yeah.
Tegre, jelly, I go home. I practice the pretty top down. I practice
I practice Byron and do it.
Candy, do it.
Yeah.
I say, I get it, man.
Uh-huh.
So, I go interfarm.
Yeah.
I play face side. I catch face, maul up ball face, I catch face out. Our time for bat. And I go up on Candy and I use them Clive Ians. Did a ball. I don't know Tony Moore has no big time bats.
Same I tell you.
And same I think.
Yeah.
And when me there put my pretty dress down in a man.
Yeah.
I say, I do it just like Candy.
Yeah,
Man, the crowd and the people all say, yes, Tony Moore.
Yeah. Because some I go on Petroni.
Yeah. Candy was a showman, man.
Yeah.
Confidence, fella, come on. So I dress it down pretty, you know. I dress it down and Clive I come in and them bowl a ball outside my half stump and swinging, boom, ducks. Lick up my, I say, my show, Mr. Bedrin. If me never a showboat,
Yeah.
me wouldn't get ball out. For ducks.
Yeah.
And the man must celebrate when the man them ball me out, Mr. Bedrin.
At the show, yeah, but
Show me follow Candy with him pretty.
So you just said to you. I don't never have done it.
Dread did it for house match.
Yeah.
Never said nothing.
No,
I remember
I
Dread
don't.
said, but the two shame, I probably wouldn't even want to look on the Dread.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk back and I smell and I go like,
I don't know.
I don't know.
So let's where you learn.
Listen, me learn. Showmanship is not for me. Substance and not superficiality.
Showmanship not make you win.
No make you. Certain man can do it and
Yeah.
get away with it.
Because it's a psychological thing, you know.
You have to be good at your game.
Yeah,
man. Like
yeah.
Tiger Woods and Michael Jordan and Shaq say if you can back it up, it's not bragging. But for me, if I ever celebrate after I'm ball out for dogs,
and in my mind, showmanship, you can take your team, that a team member off of them game, you know.
distracting.
Yeah, it is. If you can do it, I know for play a game. It's a level where you have to reach, and easy to reach a level of Tony.
Nah.
You have to learn your craft first and know your craft first.
And life lesson for me is say, look, anything you do in life, you have to work hard for it tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
The guy that's gonna do no show.
Definitely. Tegre, you there?
Yeah, man.
Man. Show me that, because I want to make sure you have any question you ask Tony, you know. And hear your talk, or anything you think more on. Because we'll just go through, you know, when I watch the time, you know.
If me have a wiggy update, when me get in a troubled spanner 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2 times I get in a troubled spanner with wiggy.
That's a Mark Wigan.
And Mark Wigan mother teacher Meadowbrook.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
So they would have a red chair.
So we go in the same year, or we go
Yeah,
to
man.
the
Yeah, we go same year.
Yeah, we go start going the same time and take a start a year below.
But after I
Okay,
left, wiggy continued. You know?
yeah.
So you have a red ply chair, right? Formica.
Yeah.
I step on it and my foot go through it and broke
That's
it.
in the classroom?
In the classroom.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So right, I take my bucket and Wiggy come on and say, more broke up the chair. And we get a laugh on the chair. The chair. Somebody go tell Spanner. Say more Wigan destroyed the chair.
Yeah.
No, say me couldn't get expelled because Wigan can't get expelled.
Yeah.
Mother teach that.
Yeah.
But Spanner called for the two-way in the office.
Yeah.
And our mother did dead that week there, you know.
That's Spanner mother?
Spanner mother.
Oh, really?
And
I never know that. Why didn't I go to school?
Yeah.
You never know
she
that.
called from my uncle.
What farm you in at the time there?
Fort Farm.
Okay, the time I left school, I think. Yeah.
Farm.
84 or 85, yeah.
And boy, Wiggy tear up the rest of the chair and get in a trouble with me. And, I had to call parents in.
Yeah.
The next time me and Wiggy with a assembly, and Spanner said, epaulet inspection. And I said, yo, Wiggy, let me want an epaulet now. And we take off epaulet and, spanner there on the upper level.
Look.
And
Yeah.
we put the epaulet on the side with spanner there. And put your back on the next side.
Yeah.
And two idiots before we split up, we walk beside each other.
After assembly done?
No, yes, assembly done and everybody's going.
Yeah.
And she had the epaulet inspection.
Okay, you're watching a walk, come on. Yeah.
Everybody else, I'm going to go back. She call you off the line. And me have Wiggy epaulet on one side and I walk through and I should have let Wiggy go and me stay separate. I spun and just look on the toe and say, "More Wiggy! Come out of the line!" And she's at the first time I know the word conspiracy. Conspiracy against the school. Go to my office. And Wiggy's like, "More get me in trouble again." But, so the tour go spun our office and I think we'll get some kind of detention. But she said we were conspiring against the school system by cheating the school by borrowing epaulets.
What are you in Spanner? What was the relationship like with Spanner?
I never had deep.
Yeah, okay.
Never have a deep. Those were it. When me hear about John Muir's story, it broke my heart. Cause let me say, me they are champs with John Muir.
Yeah.
John wouldn't really know me per se, cause we're just, But I was there John Muir's last race when him run for Meadowbrook and him run one of the fastest leg. So you hear him tell you the story, right?
Yeah. That's the 4x1 now. I'm talking about Delano.
So it was
McFarlane in name?
Yeah.
So around the back stretch.
Lloyd Phillips.
I remember that. Yeah.
Delano run the second.
So they are champs as part of the team.
Track team, the track team.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dust out Tegra and them,
You drop out Tegra belly. Yeah.
So I was on the track team. It was an honor for me to be on the track team with John Muir.
Yeah.
So Lloyd Phillips started. Delano run the back stretch. Could have run
second. Yeah.
Tama run the third leg.
Thomas.
Yeah. And then John Muir ended.
And John Muir, the anchor man.
Yeah, man. And I think this was the finals in a brethren.
Yeah.
And the whole time nobody can find Delano,
What do you mean? So when there?
Nobody know him there. And before a cell phone can't find Delano.
Yeah.
The man might try to find a sub.
Yeah.
And then with like 30 minutes before Delano show up. Me have my ideas what had happened.
Yeah, man.
But,
Him can't find me
can't find him, too much girls about the place. But then,
man, champs in there no matter. Yeah, exactly.
Delano show up. And me and Gabler and Alan Black in the stands. And Delano warm up. With 30 minutes. You can't properly warm up in 30 minutes.
No, not at that level. Yeah.
And when Delano drop him sweats, it's a jack strap.
Alone.
No underwear. And Delano run up into the stands and say, "Give me a shot!"
Yeah.
The man get ready for start the race.
Yeah.
And a youth named Kirk Doman was a big youth too, and Delano said, "You have shots? More shots." Kirk Doman said, "I go bathroom." The man them say, "No, go to bathroom. Take it off now the middle of the stadium."
Yeah.
Dropping pants, take off the shots, give Delano run back out. But mentally and psychologically, you weren't mentally prepared. If 30 minutes before them arms business are going on. But Delano ran well. Lloyd Phillips ran well. Howard Thomas and Howard Jarrett usually go St. Richards. I know them man there from St.
Long time, really, yeah.
And Howard Thomas hand off to John Muir, and the handoff was not smooth.
Yeah.
By the time John get the back, the man them gone, and John run the man them down.
Yeah.
Run them down and bow down, but never make it. But that was the.
So when you see John Muir, you didn't think Sam would have become such a great runner?
I knew he was great. I didn't know how great, but John did a humble, And I remember when John Muir beat Howard Thomas,
At school. Yeah.
And I tell you, he beat him on a sports day, heat.
Yeah.
And I remember Howard Thomas, again, I knew Vivian and Big Brother.
Yeah. Come up.
Drive me from the hills, green Charger.
Right.
Them live up a Coopers.
Yeah. And bless Howard Thomas. So
Yeah. Another man we are talking about when not to do no more. A 3 man we talk about already. Yeah, or 4 man. Yeah, but we have to bless them.
50 plus.
Yeah, man. You did them. Time of promise to no one. So, but that's why I'm glad we do this.
Yeah, man, this is so important because we're in the last, sound more bit of
but that's the reality
statistically, some are wearing a 60, some are wearing a 50
man, I will talk about it and it will live forever.
And you provide this opportunity for us to relive this.
Yeah, man, yeah.
And when them go through it, them I reflect back a time that was so special to them. But anyhow, Howard Thomas and John had a hand up, but you asked the question. I knew that John was something special, and it made me vex when me said John could have stayed another year. But I believe that was God's intention, because if John never got GSC, we didn't have the infrastructure to help John the way that he deserved.
No, it wouldn't. The
So
infrastructure
that was the move for him.
It's a sense.
It's just how him left.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's how him leave and him have a bit of taste in him mouth.
And for what he gave, but without a coaching team, for him to leave them ways there.
Yeah. But you realize, though, with all that, him love for Meadowbrook and the change. Yeah, man. Love Meadowbrook and the change at all. So, big respect for him and all with it. So, yeah.
And to be the only Olympian.
Yeah, man.
After that, I didn't know, because I had left for the States. I went back and Googled it and found his race. And, John always finished strong in the last 25 meters. Yeah. In his 100 meters, I don't know if it's a heat or a semi in the Olympics. Him finished strong and closed the gap, but him never. And I watched the 4x1 relay that he ran in and came fourth. And he attests that even some of the guys that were ahead of him, had performance issues. So John have a lot to be proud of, and we're proud that he's our Olympian.
But film story is a story I like yours, a story of Meadowbrook, a story of resilience,
Him, and then when him go West Virginia, wrong school. Every virgin will play ball for them, and him was like, me tell him the John story, and say,
a wrong school at them, man. No, man, film story is a story of resilience, man. Him never make nothing stop him, man. Him just keep on moving. Keep on move.
And represent the green and blue still. So he needed to go. Remember my JC man, them I said, virgin them, I used them, Robin Alvaranga. Him say, John Muir beat Raymond Stewart, fastest schoolboy. And I be a bragging man, make a mess of Meadowbrook, man.
Yeah, man, because John talk about that, man.
Man. Him beat Raymond. So coming up to champs, it was supposed to be a big showdown between him and Raymond,
Yeah. Can beat him by dirt, and I think John got like injured. 10 something.
So what did happen? You say fast. So what happened with that Tedrick?
Pull up.
Him get injured. Him get injured.
The time I need it sometime always in terms of yeah.
And Raymond went to the Olympics that year.
In fact,
that's the year when Raymond Olympics.
The 4x1 relay had two schoolboys.
Yeah.
Raymond and a guy named Gregory Magoo.
Oh, you got Jago.
Gregory Magoo.
Two schoolboys win the silver medal,
Yeah. What you realize, a John Muir in terms of guidance at the age where Raymond would have, for him never have at all. Because John, when you hear John's story, John is like himself coach right through,
Yeah, man. With no coaching staff.
No, right. Yeah.
And just
him never have no organized
support where Raymond up from Camperdown with Glen Mills and then they may send him at the right school. Just imagine if John ended up at the right school.
Can you imagine?
And the right coaching.
Not even the right school.
The right coaching.
Because
them the right school, the right coaching.
When they start going with something, reading in the book, them say we had 50 members on the track team, and I remember seeing Howard Jarrett hurdling and them on there practicing. I thought it was Howard Jarrett that got John into GSE. I didn't know. Said
I will name that Hitchcock connection and JC Farrow. Freddie call him Farrow. I know him name. I forget him name. Him name has slipped me now. But he used to live near John at Pleasanton.
Well, where John tell him stories, and then I'm out.
Yeah.
You're not going to school.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad say he overcome so many different challenges and did well for himself.
He was an inspiration. I'm here film story, man. I'm saying, boy, I never give up at all, and I'm not watching nothing.
If he had a little more help, could have gone so much further. But no, so it go. But the resilience he learned from the challenges, make him a different man,
All right, so you talk about some of them already, but let me ask you directly, I know. Any fun memories you have from Meadowbrook where you don't talk about it, where you want to talk about? A couple of the fun stories, them either in the classroom, on a field trip, or go and come from a football match. Are they too much to mention?
No, it's just, dude, let me say this, Jelly and Tegre. Sometimes when you're having a great time, you don't realize how good it is.
Yeah.
Because you don't have no comparison.
Yeah.
I knew Meadowbrook, the environment, the emotional upbringing, the teaching staff. You're Becky and Bill Navis. Bill Navis was my teacher. Teach me Geo. The combination and then the man them, the vibe. The older man. My last conversation with Piggy, me and him did a fight about 7 aside. I'm a vex.
That way, a Bronx.
No. Him to come back as old boys. I remember, what do you go to Casey then? Daggy Reds or
Yeah, Louis talk about him.
I'm usually coach for Medieval. My Waga used to star a light skinned youth.
Me don't know.
Anyhow, go Casey.
Yeah.
With Waga.
And a Deitch attack, Mikey Deitch.
Maybe Mikey Deitch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he played for old boys.
Mikey Deitch, man.
Yeah, man.
Mm.
I'm going to say, Piggy, old boys beat Liverpool, my side. Raymond Robinson started. I have to give him credit. And Marston.
So when a match up then at Jamaica?
No, top field will play 7-a-side. No, 7-a-side.
At that time in our school or after school?
I'm on the left school.
Oh, Piggy the
old boys come back.
Okay, you their school. Yeah, okay.
And so him I play for old boys and old boys beat with.
Yeah.
So I say, Piggy. I'm never going to Meadowbrook. On a disqualified.
Tell him.
I find out technical, so me and him start arguing, say, "Ton badness."
Yeah.
You know, and my vex, so that was the last conversation.
Yeah, you remember having with him. Yeah.
I respect Piggy to the max, you know.
Yeah.
But not even remember the story. You asked me what are some of the
other stories that you want to talk about, fun stories about Meadowbrook, where you say, and it can be anything because you say, you know what. On a field trip, So
I was talking about the collective nature of Meadowbrook and the different vibe environment. But I enjoyed school when we come on like Itchyberg added to the environment. You know, one day there was a thinking toe tree between the library and the third farm block, right? And all over there out there talking, I remember it was Itchy, Squitty, Jonesy, Wiggy. I think that was it. And all over there I talk. And when I talk about sports and when I laugh, and you know you had the auxiliary staff that was down the bottom there, and Spanner was walking up to go visit them, and I'm the only one that's looking towards the tennis court. Everybody's back turned towards the thinking toe tree. And when we're looking at brethren,
Spanner
that had come in, you know.
Yeah.
There was out the hedge.
Yeah.
And she parked the hedge, you know. And Jelly, we never have the time for say, Spanner!
Yeah. I take it.
When we look, we just take off.
Yeah.
And the Hitchburg take off. Everybody take off. And you had some cherry tree on the next corner between the first farm and the third farm. And I threw the cherry tree them road and down the physics lab in our brethren. And Wiggy had the last man for take off.
Yeah.
And Spanner said, Wiggin! She catch Wiggy.
Yeah.
Brethren, when I say we take off in a rush, man. But I realized that the time at Meadowbrook was special. And I told you my last year I took as many pictures as I could. I always try to remove myself from it, and I said, this is just a real special time with a real special group of guys.
So why did that school you recognize?
I really did. I look at the hills, and when you go to school, JC had a nice view too. But outside of that, Casey and George and them schools, I don't want to go to school.
The environment, and then what we had was a mixture.
The mixture, man.
The blend, and not just the girls and the boy, I think. It's
soft and small, you know everybody.
Yeah. But you know, you said something now, you know. We talk about something, we talk to Kevin Reese, or even not talk to Tegrick, and the man will come on. And everyone, including myself, we go to Meadowbrook, you know, and we feel so passionate about the sports, to talk about sports. And man, I think it's sports alone I talk about.
That's right.
But you mentioned, and Tegrick said, take him exam and pass him exam. Me, go sixth form. So then I like, this is a sports-oriented thing, you know. And I said to myself, just come to me and I say, and this go for you to Tegrick. What we did find time for the school work.
I
know what I did because I don't remember then I tell Greg. I was supposed to go play, I go watch, you know.
And the man will play 3 sports.
Yeah, exactly. Like you will play 3 sports. So I said to myself, say, what we did find time for the work. The environment is so good. It's like you go to school and you learn anyway.
You discipline yourself, you find the time. My parents still couldn't mess up too much in that.
Yeah.
Accountable. But you know the dread if you weren't doing your schoolwork, the dread that talked to you too.
Yeah.
So this shows how supportive the environment was, but I can't say enough about the brethren them, Minot, you know, Lindell, just the dudes, the Lukey, lifetime friends that we have. You know, the fact that Jelly, even you and I stayed in contact.
After all these years.
After all these years.
Well, let me give that story because enough man, we didn't understand. First time I come to Orlando in the Greg, this is 1988, I come visit, you know. Them time the Tony probably like just reach a foreigner, you know. And I come visit and come spend a summer with my cousin. Right? You know, I think I Richard give me a number.
Oh, book you up on the mall.
You book me up on the mall in Orlando, yeah, right.
And your brother,
yeah.
Ultimate Mall.
Yeah. Right.
I'm going to say, weird, Jelly.
Jelly, yeah. Just like I'm book you up today.
Yeah.
There's supermarket and Walmart, right? Don't have nothing. So may I tell you, Greg, I come here, I'm a buck 20. This at 1988. How long ago that now, 20? You had come up to 30 years, I know, you know. Right? And Tony, I live in Orlando, and Tony work at SeaWorld at the time. Just started work at SeaWorld. And Tony get me some ticket for go at SeaWorld. Every time they come and you go at SeaWorld, even though maybe you come from Jamaica and go, a big thing. But Tony, I don't remember any other time I go at SeaWorld apart from the time you give me them ticket for go at SeaWorld. You know, go see the whale and all them thing there. So I come back now, fast forward another 12 years now, Tony, Greg. I come back now, I'm live back in Orlando now. I'm going to forget to me. We get back into, maybe at this time, Richie give me a number and say it's still about, maybe that keep in touch with Richie. I'm in touch with Tony and keep in touch with Tony all through them time they see me, man. All through, I'm never lose. Every now and then, me call Tony and say, Tony, so and so, and Tony advise me to do A, B, and C. Because Tony is longer than me, even though a younger man than me. If I message and Tony look up to me as a big man too, but it's like, let's go call Tony and ask, man. And the funny thing now, today
nice.
Tony call and say, before him come on, he must say, Jelly, I want to come, just do this, I'm going to say, in studio, my little bunkers. So I'm saying, yeah, man, I'm going to come in, and it's like, yeah. So I'm glad Tony there and attack. But the friendship go way back, Tony.
Way back, man. Way back.
The friendship go way back.
And said with Tegre, now, me and Tegre, I remember I come down from vacation and Tegre said, Tony more drive past my gate, man, just... But that's the Meadowbrook. Right. Man, like Dougie talked about.
Yeah, go ahead, Greg.
And the thing about it, you know, is that if we don't even link so often, once we link, just that 5 or how much years we spent, it's like we were there. We saw each other yesterday or something like that. It's that kind of vibes that we have. Yeah.
This is why.
We don't miss a beat.
Yeah, you're right. We don't miss a beat, man. This is why when I'm on listen to them story every week, it'll bring up back a certain things. It's like at that going now. It's like you listen. I know no matter how much I listen to now. Cause if I'm when you might listen back at the same way I got feeling there, you don't miss a beat. That's a right. You remember that story there. Remember the day 20 I talk about the orange tree. And every man have a different story, remember, you know, take right.
But we relive it, I know for me, right, after I listen to every man, whether it's Dougie or John Mayer or Mr. Bill Navis, Tegre, Minot, Lukey, you know, you relive it. And right after, I think I tell you in Jelly, like right after me listening for about the next couple of hours, my mind just locked on Meadowbrook. I just thinking about, and I can't say enough about what this has done for the individuals that you've had on the program, on the blog. One, to express forgotten history. Man who thought their contribution is no longer relevant.
Or worse, someone who thinks them not even relevant at all.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. Them never play. Yeah.
What them do or so far gone.
Yeah.
I talked to John. I said, John, if you're them know how much of an athlete you're. John, belly big like this, you know.
Yeah, I forget the man, because I want a 3-man, I think, will play on all 3 winning Sunlight team, you know. My 2-man, I'm Kevin Reese. Are the only 3 months. So I try to
Reese, just
definitely. And I want to tell you, Tony, it's like what I've done for me, you know, and you know the struggles that me have gone through in my life over the last 10 years, you know. And since this year, now, I decided to just say, I'm going to flesh out myself and reintroduce myself back. And what this has done for me, that's that, memorize. And I say, a man asked me, not a man, Chana asked me, you know, after the first week, him called me and I said, Jelly, why you do this? I mean, I beat her on the bush and I beat her. I said, Jelly, why you really do this? I'm saying, no, Colin. I do it because it's therapy for me. I love the story, you know. I mean, I say, even if nobody listen to it, we know it's 5 years from now, me can listen them back and it make me feel good. And then I joke, come on, and I said, this to me, you know, is like, I'm going to smoke weed. Like how Colin said, I'm going to smoke weed. So I don't know a man feel and get pan a high Tegre or smoke weed. But when I listen to the podcast back, me do it in a Tony, I listen back.
Are you still engaged?
I feel high. And that may I tell you, I feel pan high for a couple of days. As I say, you have to think about it, I remember the story of my head. Remember one day I listen back and I miss my turn on the road and mess around.
That good. And the second time
Exactly.
Yeah,
Me I
man.
do it and me I listen back and I say, okay, me.
and you learn things about Newton Marley. I didn't know that Tegre didn't have money for enlist for him subject.
Yeah, right. You know them things. You know
the
them
stuff,
things.
the
Yeah.
backstory is just as powerful.
Yep, no man, more powerful
It's
than
the
it.
path. When it's a certain man here, John's story or even Dougie's story.
Yeah.
Dougie used to sub when teacher was
That's Dougie Crooks,
Dougie Crooks.
Yeah.
And Dougie subbed my class.
Yeah.
I saw Dougie as just the most brilliant dude when I'm walking in.
Yeah, because I'm that a sense of authority about him. Yeah. With him glasses and everything.
Man, I remember.
And the presence, a sense of
I remember
presence.
being in awe of Dougie when him come in and teach him. I said, this is a student.
Yeah,
and he's so bright.
He could run the classroom. Yes,
He could articulate himself.
Yeah. And it wasn't both say a bully way, you know. It's a him commanded respect then.
Commanded respect.
Remember the man.
Remind me of Cheddar in such a way.
Yeah.
Outstanding cricketers, and I have to tell you, I said this before, I have to respect Facey in saying this. For me, the best schoolboy cricket display of schoolboy's cricket skills that I witnessed, regardless of the finals and all this, was Carlton Facey at bottom field against KC when Dixon did a ball.
Mm-hmm.
And Cheddar Dad was there. Tegre did that,
Yeah, man. Face make a big 70 yard, I think.
Mr. Facey.
It was a cold match too, you know.
No, it was a sunlight match, man. Sunlight match against KC, and Dixon was the bad player.
And Dixon is a big time.
Remember, man.
Jamaica,
Yeah, man.
And every ball Facey sent him go boundary.
I walk in and I slap all the players.
And the confidence that Facey was displaying, man.
Yeah, man.
The man opened up the ESO building after.
Yeah.
And I remember Mr. Cheddar was there, and the man just has it was just phenomenal, man.
Yeah, man. Certain Indians you remember a sense of arrogance, because it's like I said to KC, said take that, you know.
What? Him didn't care who booed
Yeah, man.
and beat them and slap it off.
Yeah, man.
It's not like Sam was just hitting on occasion.
No, like he was afraid.
Punish them,
Yeah, man.
man.
It's a display like when Viv Richards take on a team. It's a sense of energy.
Arrogant confidence that you don't care who bowling, and it was just in the zone.
Yeah.
And the other thing I'll say is, and I told you when you said major championship, you need to talk about the under 16 team that won. We won the under 16. The
Derek Castle.
Yeah, talk about that because that's a forgotten history. Why didn't know about at all, Tony? Talk about that. Yeah.
So the Colts team was being prepared, right? And Luki get him time a little long because it was the summer before Colts. The same year we played Colts final.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And we went to the final against Derek Castle. And
against Derek Castle.
No, I'm sorry. We beat Derek Castle in the semifinals. I went to the finals against Phoenix.
So hold on. Explain to me how the competition they go.
So Wagga started the summer competition, right?
Okay, I got you. Okay.
And Wagga.
So who sponsored the competition then?
Derek Castle.
Derek Castle sponsored the competition.
And that's where the Venturas come in, right?
Okay.
And a lot of GSC men were around the Meadowbrook area.
Mm-hmm.
So you had Bailey, you had Kit and Kurt, the twins.
Yeah, we do look at all them. Yeah.
And then you have Bullhead, Altman Butler.
Yeah.
Who Bullhead was a student of the craft, and I started from then, you know.
Yeah.
He started Phoenix All Star, which is now his professional talent source.
Oh, really? I said,
he started from then, you know.
Okay.
Pat Cover, Jimmy Adams, and all them Jesse man,
yeah.
And we went to the finals against them, and I think we beat them 3-1.
Yeah.
3-1. And brethren, when we play Gabla Squitty, Raymond was on that team. A guy named Hugh Lindsay was on that team.
Yeah.
Muller was on that team.
Yeah.
And we beat them, brethren. And go ahead, Tegre.
Muller was the leading goal scorer for the team.
He was?
Yeah, man. Muller, I think Muller scored a hat-trick in the finals.
No, I don't think. I know Itchy scored the first one. It was 3-1.
Yeah, man. Muller scored.
Muller scored too. Muller was a hard running guy. If Muller wanted, he could have excelled at any one of the three sports.
That's how talented he was. Yeah.
And he get lick.
Yeah, we're talking about
that. In my opinion, that caused him to leave the sport a little bit. And then he eventually came back. But anyhow, brilliant guy, focused, knew whatever he wanted to. But so we'll play that Dairy Castle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll beat them up and we'll win. And during the game, pot cover was the big ball. I keep saying Dairy Castle was the league, but it was Phoenix All Star. Pot cover was up on the wing, right? I'm a lick pot cover and him drop. I'm a lap him foot. Let me try to get that. I'm gonna get a yellow card.
Yellow card, yeah.
I'm never thinking until for game done. And I remember Buffy lift me off the field now.
Yeah.
I had a good game.
Yeah.
And Buffy lift me off the field, and when we were there, Mr. Here came to me and said, "What happened with that card?" And I just said, "Well, feet got tangled up." And
Yeah.
honest with him, and he said, "Well, I was gonna give him another match, but I typically don't give him another match to anybody who get a card."
Yeah.
And him look like he was contemplating, and him says, "You will share man of the match with Paul Smith."
Yeah.
And then him turned to me and him said, "This is the first football trophy Meadowbrook High School has ever won." And so that stuck with me. So when you listen off, I said, "Jelly, you have to talk about the under 16 in that, bro. You have to redo that."
What you say? And this is our year?
82?
82 it was. 82 it was. The summer 82.
That after our win sunlight though.
After
No.
It must have the first football
it was before.
It was before Tegray?
Yeah, it was before. It was the summer before you win sunlight.
So it would have been the summer 81 then. Yeah. It would have been the summer 81, yeah.
So they gave us Wagga gave us these trophies.
Actually no.
It was 82 man.
It probably was after.
Trophy.
It was
After.
Yeah. After we win the
sunlight.
sunlight.
After sunlight.
But it's a part of the issue. Not even they say the challenge with that to the Tony is that it wasn't a recognized, it's a sponsored competition.
Yeah.
If I'm not saying to you, how much school is that? All the school in the carpet here, and then the school even the school boy I play now.
So now read Luki. So Luki said for the Colts football report, he said we progressed to the finals with KC. Although the team played vigorously and valiantly, the scores showed otherwise. The trophy slipped through our fingers. Flipped through our hands by 1-0. However, I'd like to congratulate the team for their great effort in helping Meadowbrook High School to shine so brightly in football in 1982. And give special thanks to Mr. Here. But let's try and find the way where I'm talking about the... here it is. Meadowbrook performing in football was no less. We started out the season by first capturing the under 16 competition trophy, which was currently running in the area. We defeated Phoenix 4-1 in the finals.
Well, that would sound like it would have been the summer 82.
It's summer 82. Because the trophy said 82.
It was.
Okay, we won the sunlight we should have coincided. I remember, you know what the summer that was though? The summer the greatest football team we never win World Cup, the Brazilian football team.
Yes, I.
If I'm messing to you, if a man understand football and know the Brazilian team, there's Zico,
Zico and
Socrates, Junior, Leandro.
Yeah.
Claudio Perez.
Yeah.
I want to tell you something. The only thing, I'm just so upset that I missed the Walker Cup final.
You talk about that, Nico, because you leave. So you could have got 6 farm.
Could have got 6 farm. I had almost 8 subjects or 8.
And you could have do like what Luke do. You could have go for 6.
And I wanted to. And if I didn't know, I said, and I still reason to myself, I should have tell my uncle that let me just stay back.
But
go back and forth. The discipline to wouldn't question it, you know.
Yeah, because I tell you, say need to go.
And I had to go before I was 18 because of the final.
That's a challenge though. And you never come 18 when?
I went there I migrated in like August 84.
Yeah. And you have been 18
like 2 months later.
So
I had to go.
You couldn't play then. No. You see, if I put it that way there, you don't make the wrong choice.
But I know I don't make the wrong choice, brethren. Like, when I say go back them and Coombs and on them you there, brethren.
Yeah, I know what I mean.
The one thing, you talk about World Cup, the one thing when I say, I try to find every justification, you know.
Because I want to win the team.
Hey, I go, so when I say, and Bobby scores, so I say, I go wash my car instantly and say, them boy don't have car.
Yeah. So you're the one of the team now.
Come on,
you follow it?
But you follow it.
That.
I never follow it. Lucas send me all the update them, man.
Because them time they were on the phone call and
I would have
text.
probably go down feet if me did know.
Yeah. Because them time they not yet to 6 now. We not have
social
phone,
media, no.
the social media. If a man give a phone call, it's a very expensive for call.
No man have
So what do we win? Most of a win.
Never know till after the fact, man. Lucas send me cut out and them thing there,
No, I put it that way, you know, I understand what I mean, Tony, because
one thing
but they all of them match, you know, every one of them run up to the match, you know, but they all of them match, man, got a big thing that for me.
When me hearing that Minot talk about it and, you know, so me and Minot was competitive against each other growing up. I couldn't, Minot was an advanced cricketer.
Yeah.
But on a ball, you know, all
they're right
the
on
way
level
me
with
and Luke and Minot I grew up. So the one thing, I was fortunate after that, after the 84 World Cup.
Yeah. 82. 86. Maradona, yeah.
86.
The Brazil World Cup, you know, yeah.
The hands of God, right?
Hands of God World Cup. Yeah.
So, I end up spending the day with Diego Maradona and his brother.
Really?
Right after the World Cup, and when Diego was at his all-time high.
At the peak, yeah.
See me? And that's the only thing when I draw some.
Yeah.
And say, come here, try to find every justification at the time.
Yeah.
Miss that. What you come and get for doing? Look, baby. And it was a cool opportunity. Just I mean, we could have talked Spanish.
Yeah.
And for just talk with Diego. And
so in Orlando, I was.
Yeah. Man.
Oh, really?
We
Yeah.
come celebrate after the World Cup.
From Orlando. Okay, really.
And ask him about John Barnes. Him said John Barnes, but love John Barnes.
Yeah.
Ask him about ask about Michel Platini.
Yeah.
You like Michel Platini and thing? Him said no, man, I like Michel Platini.
Yeah. So I understand you. You know
Spanish, but I know enough Spanish for talk to him.
Oh, really? You're fluent in Spanish enough? Yeah.
A decent conversation.
You know the Spanish at school?
The Spanish I'm come here.
Oh, foreign, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you're going to to Espanol. Look, you know enough Spanish too, but so just for sit down and reason with
yeah.
You know, I spend the whole day with them.
But even that can't replace the fox.
Can't replace the fox.
I know I mean that to because
I try, but still I try to justify.
No, I hear you.
Because I should have been there. It would have been my last year. I mean, the one go sixth farm and I get it.
Yeah.
The one sixth farm. We usually wear white shirt when I repeat.
Fifth farm. Yeah.
We wear a white shirt like some sixth farm.
Yeah, man. We call it RP fifth farm. You're not
big boy, you're school, man.
Yeah. You don't have sixth farm. A sixth farm I move with. You go ahead,
no, them time the sixth farm, they have a different respect.
Yeah,
man. In a white shirt.
Yeah.
Automatically get some respect.
Yeah, man.
Teacher and student.
Yeah, man. You wear white shirt, no, even a fifth farm. Yeah. And look at the girls.
Everybody respect
And them time girls just start pop.
Yeah. So maybe I get to that more trouble. I get to that trouble. I like.
Father know better.
You like different to that.
The father, I have no picnic. The father know best. And God has, I have to say this, Jilly, God has been absolutely great to me. The stuff that He has allowed me to achieve, I shouldn't have, including the Manning Cup.
Yeah.
You know? And I can tell you, I can look back.
You need to walk a cup.
No. The fact that I made the Manning Cup team.
Yeah.
This was a kid
who in the part of the team.
Just to be there with them, man. They had to play for the school for cricket and the Met track team. The Manning Cup, though, was probably still ranked as one of my top 3 greatest accomplishments.
Yeah, man, and it's true, they're not Tony, because you come there now, and a man I look on you now, your size, as I said to you, look about your talawa, and you're not taking a check at all, and your determination for just go through and I say, I'm like it, I believe it or not, when you tell me say you go to Hitchcock and ask him for coach, and you were at that age, you didn't even think about it, You say for coach the team. Remember what I said, I'm coach the team. And other man hear you and take it on. You go ahead, Greg.
That is leadership from early,
Right.
That is a level of leader and maturity. But that's why I say I never know say these issues, because when me reach at the school, it's like you're settling at the team, the football team as and I'll start venturing a cricket and all these things.
But another thing too in Integra is that we mature, I call it boys to men syndrome, because we start as these young 10, 11-year-old and then you start getting physically stronger and opportunity to try out for different things from Kelly, even drama. You know, Denny Arangalang, I was part of the drama team.
Yeah.
Give Denny enough respects if she's listening. But Tegre, you got to the point then when confidence set in and you know you could do. And you got to the point where you're starting and you start to lead. And so the task no longer was whether you could make the team, is how do you excel on the team. You know, and you had mentors, you know, that guys that you see came before you and did well. And Andrew Bird for me, after, you know, the Peckers and the Iras and the Tony Reynolds and the Booba Rise league.
Come with a bigger man, Andrew Earl,
And so Andrew Bird are the only Meadowbrook man over there at stadium. And the crowd start chant, "We want Bird."
Really, yeah?
I chanted to the Bird.
Yeah, man, and
him the young. We want Bird. And him and PD, Patrick Daly, was the sub. Marvin Daly that was a part of the sub too. And it's when Virtue look across and say, "Bird, warm up." And the crowd go nuts, man. And Bird get off and start warm up.
I'm a young son, now get a full game, but if it's good enough.
Oh, you have a touch there.
Yeah.
If him to take the football serious.
Yeah, the next one to take the football. If like Richie, if him did take the football serious.
If him did have the help and him had that touch there, you know, would have played Camperdown, or played Georges when Stern, when him, the Zeta them that play.
And Richard Strand.
With the
big and
And Bird did know the keeper real well, and Bird never showed up for the practice match on the dreaded rule. And we'll play Georges when Strand, and that was a phenomenal team, you know, which started as a Coles team growing up. And when called Liquor John, God bless him. So
next man, was died the accident.
Jonah Flatbridge.
Yeah.
But him came from Arden. And him was a wicked midfield him there for Georges, man. And that Georges team there. But
that's what Georges say, with the Zilda man and Richard Strand.
But Bird was my youth.
Andrew. Yeah, go ahead, Greg.
Me hear you keep mentioning Richie Lodge in a football alone. Richie Lodge was an exceptionally talented batsman, you know.
That is true.
That.
I know that. Right.
That's true.
Right.
Man, exceptional cricketer.
Yeah.
Good talk, Tegre. If Richie didn't love it,
He was a gifted athlete. Because Richie, I like my younger brother, you know. Right? Because enough man know that Richie, mother and my mother are two sisters. But him come to school as one away. You follow me? That's why people think say a Prince time last same. And him just embrace it. I don't know. Enough man think say a same way, but him a play, we are teaching for play ball from Warwood from Quebec Avenue from this man.
Start zoning the skill.
Yeah, man. So when him come to Meadowbrook, like football and cricketer, part-time DNA.
Yeah, man.
You see me, I said to you, natural, but it's a bit.
But you have a foot upon him, Mr. Man.
Yeah, man, I tell you, man. I'd one of the most talent. I tell you, man. I see him, man. I say him could have excel. But you see what happened now, you know? Like, you see, him and Andrew Earl, you see if him have the tenacity and the determination where you have.
Him have too much skill.
No, sometimes, you know, your talent, they come back to the talent thing, you know. Sometimes it's have a nice, like a blend, you know. Yeah. And sometimes I just feel, say, you know pick how you're becoming in life, you know. And if you're gifted in a certain things, you know, I think it better you're gifted in determination because that
you overcome the other get there and determination carry you further.
Man, the talent alone I get it so far but the determination and you need a set of both for because that my brother that says like the man who make it in a sports, man. It's not how talented you are, you know. You need the talent to excel at high level, you know.
But you need determination to stay there. Yeah,
man, the determination and resilience and say, you not give up, you not stop the training. Nobody not stop.
It's how bad you want it, you know. And some of it is mentality too, because someone just don't have the fight, you know?
No, right.
But, Jelly, when we were playing that first year Manning Cup, you used to show up, you used to help you used to bring stuff.
Yeah.
You wouldn't stay all the time because you'd run a party store then probably or minivan.
Yeah.
But you used to show up, you and Beanie.
Yeah.
Beanie used to have the number 10 on Andrew Bird game.
Yeah.
But you used to be there, man. And you were there supporting us and helping us. And I'll tell you, appreciate that, Bird.
You remember when we used to have the bus?
Yep.
The bus I go to Meadowbrook State, and when I leave, when I come on the bus and come off of the hill foot or local, enough man I take it to Meadowbrook State.
Yeah, that man that take it, me that go hills.
Yeah, come off of the hill foot, you know, so once you step on the bus,
and
easy.
When the man usually drive, So my uncle that let me drive go school. See me? But I couldn't keep the car. And I saw Uno drive.
Yeah.
So me the one drive too.
Yeah. What
And
start? Yeah.
so it's when me I drive go school, brethren.
Yeah.
Every girl upon the road I get blowing up.
Yeah.
Beep. Me have them little glasses. Yeah, my uncle say, you sure you can? So I say,
Yeah.
I say, yeah, man, I for cool, man, for big, me never tell you that. Me have to be cool.
Yeah. Weird.
Every girl that bust up from me, I give me for me usually.
Yeah.
A cool wave that in my go school. Anybody who are driving, man, beep. But never be nice.
But man, I said though, Tony, because when you look back on your life, not sometimes, and them little achievement that mean so much. The facts, I say. Because I look back and after 40 years and them trophy that we win. I want to win nothing since that, And you realize it wasn't a fluke. And you realize more importantly, winning is not an easy thing.
It's not, and you can't maintain it. When you win, you mentioned this with Reese sometime. Your first one you say, is that a fluke or not? But when it's repeatable, it's not a fluke.
No, right, and that we did,
It's a habit, right? And we had a winning mentality.
Yeah, man, the dread inculcate that to that woman.
And we would not care who we are.
Yeah.
At that point, we didn't have that inferiority complex that those guys when they were getting 6 love and in the earlier years.
And when we play, we figure say we feel and know we can win because we have done it before. We cross a bridge. I know so we can do it again.
People talking about us, talking about the Gobblers, and guys like even Twitter would have a wicked touch. And Twitter matured more after I
after you left, right?
I play for National League, I play for Black Star.
Black Stars.
I'm telling you, yeah.
Yeah, you get a few national calls as well.
Twitter. Yeah. No, so I can see why I miss being a part of that team that won away, because when you think about it, that the only football team ever win a big time football trophy for Meadowbrook, a Walker Cup. And when you look on the history of the Walker Cup, Greg, I don't think I'm more than a dozen or 15 schools in Walker Cup over the period of time.
Right.
1980 we came close to win Walker Cup semis,
Oh, really? Yeah.
With Piggy.
Yeah, with Piggy. Yeah.
Trenchstone would draw with Trenchstone, if not would have gone.
Yeah. Yes, it was coming, It was coming. With a burst for coming,
And what you said something important when you asked Ira the gap. What happened?
Yeah. But right, that is when I'm explaining to you. I'm say, that explain it. Because the thing,
all of them on them left.
Yeah, the transition, and it wasn't done. It wasn't a nice split.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Sometimes it's like the transition in the cricket team now, it just flowing. That's how I win so much
continuity, right?
Yes. Cause the dread around the cricket team and just
same group of guys.
You Reese play from 82, Devon McDonald, John and man play from 82, them come and play 84, and then the same set of man play 86. So it was a transition, but it's like that gap there, until Ira explained it, I never realized what happened at all.
And then I understand Ira's attitude in
the changing room towards virtue. Yeah.
But look, great opportunity, great people.
But Ted Greg, let me ask Tony that question. I believe it or not, we have come up to 3 hours, Yeah, man, we have come up to 3 hours, all in look like say. And in a long time we have to act, so.
That's true,
Yeah. Well, the story them good. The story them good, Tony. The story them good. So, let me ask a question then. What the best learning experience you get from Meadowbrook?
Well, the little Byron show-off business was one, right? The pay attention to detail is other. But one thing that I figure out, sometimes small is good.
What I mean?
Meadowbrook being such a small university, school, and the ability to having more flexibility and opportunity in a small environment. It's like a big fish in a look upon syndrome.
Yeah.
And even when I went to SeaWorld was not as big as Disney.
Yeah.
That small, and even some stuff I did in Oklahoma also was the same. But using that type of mindset and then being yourself too, because, and I think Colin Channa said this a little bit, the authentic you, be true to yourself, don't try to be an next man.
And Meadowbrook
allowed you to have your individuality and allow you to excel depending on your level of motivation. Meadowbrook allowed you to accomplish that, and we're at that stage in life where it was life lessons.
Yeah,
See, Tegre, I said this about Tegre. Tegre love for the sport, support for the sport, support for the school, and love for the school was defining in who he is as somebody today.
Yeah. I'm sure that.
And Tegre was a troublemaker back then, brethren.
Well, I'm telling him story. Yeah.
But he was loved as a man who bleed green and blue, you know. And while he may not have started or played in these championships,
but you can't tell
just as valuable.
Nobody can tell a man say Tegre not part of the team.
Did it.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's not many people get to experience that in life, you know, and so we can't take that this opportunity you present us to relive it is bringing back the
yeah. You're right about that, Tony. You're right about that, you know, because we relive it, you know. Cause the first time you do it, you know, and most of them don't get a chance to relive it and talk about it, you know. Because you leave the school and after you win and you go in different ways. Yeah, when you reach a talk about the man, their country, and you call him for come play a match, you don't even get a chance to talk about what happened at all, you know. I speak this say we're history makers. We have not gotten a chance back for so long as a team and I say right. Because after the finals, we don't win the time. I don't remember some of the man them, Timon War. And when we talk
Green.
when we talk to him, I say right. A 40 years, I talk to the man, you know. And reach up and say, yeah, 2 generations that too. 2 generations. But I say, you do something significant and just go your own way. And it was very significant for you.
Oral Roberts. Oral Shaw.
Oral Shaw, which I take I come up too. I come up. Afterwards, at the end of the podcast, Tegre got to tell me say I'm cousin. So yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm a cousin, man.
Yeah. A Rebels man that, you know, come from...
Yeah, man. Oral mother and my... Oral mother and my mother are 2 sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What not Pecan? What you call when you get a post office and you turn...
Yeah, man, a Pecan name. Pecan that.
Yeah.
Cool you with that, man. Even as an elder, Oral Robert.
Yeah, man.
Oral, I keep saying Oral Robert. Oral Shaw. You know, would I give you a little guidance to as a bigger man?
Yeah, man. I'm a middle name that I only name the man I'm Meadowbrook, you know, Oral. Because my full name is Glista Oral Landslide Prince.
Say that again, brethren.
Glista Oral Landslide Prince. So Oral are the only name most man know at all.
A mouthful for the other 2.
Yeah. Well, Glista alone by itself.
You're the only man who know name, so.
Yes, I'm very good. Yeah, Chana said that. Say that too. So yeah, where that name that come from? You never hear that name there yet. Yeah.
If I mention another man named Boom Everton Ricketts, you know, someone will play ball, brethren.
Yeah.
Alan Black, you have to respect.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Right. Boom. Right. Charlie Bop.
Yeah.
Cassius.
Yeah. If you should run too.
We should run.
Yeah.
Cassius, he was ill the other day. I think him good now.
Okay.
Yeah. Bless
him.
Peter White.
Yeah.
Adrian Lee.
Yeah.
Stephen DaCosta.
Yes. Yeah.
Named Pablo. These are man with high school playground. You know, not necessarily big name, but man who could have the youth they were what I say from was in second form Curly year was one of the wickedest baller when that's in my grade early.
From Meadowbrook.
If I remember him, I called him early. I called him earlier. But wicked baller, brethren.
So what are the legend like Akka? What year Akka was to you? Akka. How hear Akka name, you know? You want Akka. If Akka real name that thing. Akka was older than you are about the same age.
Akka was ahead of me, man. The two guys them when me know say Meadowbrook have bad man was Akka and Patrick Turlock. You know, I don't know how bad. I know say Akka did bad.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
How bad Akka was.
But Akka was a runner. Akka was a runner. Yeah, man.
Akka used to run, man.
We never know that.
You know, he used to run distance, man. I think Gagatro did that too. Gagatro Award did that.
Andrew Elliott at the youth.
Andrew Elliott, yes. Yeah. You know what that, man.
Wicked baller.
Yes, you know what that's Saga Meadowbrook named Susan Elliott. I read you. Yes, I brother attack. You remember Mikey Ballin? Used to go Calabar. Him didn't know our age group. Him Because I miss you live Meadowbrook. Me we are talking, man. Angela, didn't know Angela good,
Next
man.
week in
Mikey Ballard never go Meadowbrook.
No, but no, yeah, as you know, Mikey Ballard never go. Mikey Ballard go Calabar. But
And him brother go Meadowbrook.
him
Me know him sister.
Him sister go Meadowbrook, but listen now, we
Sister
talk
go
to Mikey
Meadowbrook.
Ballard in the day now. About Mikey Ballard, all him brother and sister go Meadowbrook, you know.
all of them.
Him pick
Yeah.
Meadowbrook, and him never get past Meadowbrook.
Meadowbrook did not choose him.
Yeah, but tell him say have to come on because Mikey Ballard did that. Come on Meadowbrook there, and the trainer really like a Meadowbrook, him go same way, you know.
Yeah.
You want to answer to so him now, me not give him an honorable Meadowbrook mention because he was an man there. But him remind about that the name of there, man, Andrew Elliott.
Elliott did wicked, man.
Andrew Elliott, he did good,
Next
yeah,
week
yeah.
in Christopher Chung. Christopher, well, Chinese, I think it's Christopher Chung. Could have played centre after the wicked.
Yeah.
But never take it far. And you know, a man like Mitchie usually start bring some of them youth in.
Yeah. Pee-wee, yeah, I know that.
You know, when the man there bouncing to a little man.
Yeah.
Wicked ball of them.
Yeah, man. Remember Mitchell and Pee-wee boy mostly, you know. It's when we used to run some boat at school around at the back part of the cook room there. The man will cook. Oh, yes, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. When the boat
boat
around the
round
floor, the
man.
man put on some food and said, jelly.
Gone now. With him foot.
With him knock me, yeah.
When Mitchie kick with a penalty against Woolmans, like a Mitchie first year, the man them would make poor Mitchie forget it. Mitchie Burke would have do Mitchie Virtue. But just a great group of guys and girls.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you a last couple of questions because I don't like it run
Too long.
Well, the true one. The true one's good enough for both, you know. And then we all have other commitments and all them with the kite a bit. But
Yeah, man.
the question for you, Tony, is what the message you have for existing students, our future students who might hear this podcast in the future, at 5-10 years down the road, our staff member, Meadowbrook, what message you give them now? What message you like leave with them and I say, this is it?
You know, sometimes you have to, if you can't see something, sometimes you can't believe you can achieve it, right? And I know we've been talking more about the sports, but there's a reason why even here in the States, the top universities use sports to attract academics, right? And there's skills learned in sports that, as we said earlier. So, Meadowbrook has had a bit of a gap from where they were, and you call it the golden age, but it don't mean it can't be another, right? And so how do you relaunch that? So Muda said that as somebody reflect back, if you're a student, make the most of it, and it's up to you, and that's for everything in life. It's what you get. It's up to you to make the most of out of it. You know, perform academically, but the other intangibles, you know, the people that you rest with, and the environment and the chemistry and the camaraderie that you have is important, because it's just good social skills that carry through life. The teachers, you know, teachers are getting a pay in it, so them have to love it, you know, for do that. And so boy, it's a sacred. No, anybody who's anybody had a teacher will help them along the way, you know. And so Meadowbrook as an institution did not have that old boy, old girl type of help.
No, that never really exists. As soon as strong we like how that school do it, yeah.
And you know, people are busy, and you know, but I think what this has done for us, it has gotten our attention again in what we can do, and you know, we have to be careful is that we don't get too far ahead of ourselves, and whatever we do, we can do it in a bite off, or we can do it, you know, systematically. But with all that, brethren, Meadowbrook is a special honor to go on Meadowbrook. I hope the vibe is still the same. I could not have had a better high if me doing Walker Cup, but overall, I just could not have had. I'm gonna tell man up here and I say what college is to you here in the States, high school is.
High school is to me,
You know?
Yeah.
And when I tell man, say, oh, me did love go school.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Man was sitting on a pecker.
Yeah.
Hey, when pecker ready for go, you know. A whole back,
Kind of pick out the beating spot, man. Yeah.
Me and Squitty will go behind there and holding cats in and look at the, we call it the
Tree wagon and
I'm going to try and gas and then wait and go off for careful and not run out. And Pekka says, cool boy.
Yeah.
The vibe did nice, man. With all the people in Salt that come from Hills, and Raymond Master and all Luke, all them man there with Minor, where you hang out with, it was an honor. And so, go fast. So you better enjoy the high school, because before you know it's a history. But the benefit that you have provided us, Joey, to reflect back and enjoy it again, most people don't get that.
No, and it's good for you to tell them story, because eventually it's better for them hear it and listen it again.
And so I'm going to say two things. Determination, everything you do, and for me, I have to say, you can't do it by yourself.
No, you need a team.
You have to trust in a team and the God.
Yeah, and
from a faith point of view, you can't leave out God.
You mentioned something there, I'm going to mention it to you, because Hitchcock talked about it quite a few times, and there now. But I'm going to mention it, because a lot of people, you will talk about sports and think, and almost like them want underrate sports in terms of the contribution of sports, but I think, and since this week, I reflect on it and I realize, why sportsmen get paid so much money, Because when you go, and to me it's almost, I don't know if it's a deliberate thing or it's an oversight, but when you go to school, they might teach you at school, say, if you get the one right answer, you think about when we play sports, There's no one right way for tackle a man, there's no one way for bowl a man, there's no one way for reach 100. When you go to school, they might teach you to get the one right. When you play sports, that's why we so successful. When you play sports, it's really for different answers, man. There's no one right answer.
It's more life lessons you learn.
Yeah, man, there's no one right answer, Tony. And it's like, but they say them are right in their head, that's why I think the school and the value, in terms of how them do it, I mean, I say school and the value, But by teaching people, say, a one.
So theoretical that many times the practical.
Yeah, swat for one answer. I say sometimes, another one, try to build a bridge, or you try to go on that bridge, and inside you try to move the bridge. You lose the air out of the tire because somebody else, I think, outside of the back. There's more than one way for build the cat, Tony.
Oh, that's well said.
A sports teacher that, on the spot, in the 90 minutes, are on a cricket field more than anything else, man.
Oh, that's well said.
You learn how to tackle a man, and a man bunks you off in a one match, and the next match you say, no, you got to try, you train all that, come back again. In a sports, in the classroom, where you get the answer wrong, I say, you miss the exam, and what I'm saying, incomplete. There's no incomplete in a sports, Tony. You reel and come again the next match. You follow me? I said,
no, well said. It's the intangible.
I think what it is a lot of people don't understand the value that it adds to your overall development. So as you hear Tony and everybody that you interview, and them, they were sportsmen and all of these things. If you look on their lives development, you're going to see that the way they approach even playing sports, kind of, if you really look at it, it mimics how their life develops, or you can say some traits of those. So like here, Tony said, he was mature and determined, and I'm sure that if he looks back in his personal, professional development, you'll see where some of those attributes as well assisted with that side of your development as well,
Absolutely.
And more importantly, teamwork. It teaches teamwork. It's like a lot of time if you go university now, them teach about how teams operate and who plays what role in a team and all these things. If you play football or cricket or them kind of team sports, you understand that already. You don't have to learn that.
Exactly. You don't have to learn that, Tegrick. And you say, why may I say it, Got a message more who hear this next week, next year, 10 years down the road, Say, there is no one right answer,
Right.
There's no one right answer, Is there several ways? You see me, I said to you, and it's like, you don't know what the right answer sometimes. Sometimes the right answer don't come to you till afterwards, You follow me? I say to you, Tegrick. I mean, I want people get a message loud and clear and I say, because most of the time, and this is different with man who can play in sports, you know. You have to get your ego out of the way, you know. Because guess what? You're going to fall down like yourself. You're going to make ducks like me in the first match. But guess what? You wheel and come again. If your ego in the way, you're going to say, right, you get it wrong.
Our ego leads to arrogance, brethren.
You get it wrong, Tegrick, and you know want to come back again and you know want to try again. When you play sports and you're determined to play it, trust me, man.
Life lesson.
Your life, I got your whole academic, I got change. The whole look on life, the whole look on life, I got change, man.
And it depends on where you play from too. You know, when people play at the top, skills, it's a different.
Yeah.
People have to play from the bottom, or just a challenge at the championship. So many times you hear man talk, and they talk about what type of character.
Yeah.
You know, and so when the Dread, I'm just a big up and respect the Dread.
Yeah, man, we can't stop big.
And how he help us to have confidence in ourselves.
Yeah.
And it was just, nothing but respect for the Dread.
Mm-hmm. Because we can't stop talking about the Dread, as I said, Tony. It's a moment. Because the only thing I say now, even though winning, it's icing on the cake to me, The winning was icing on the cake, What you say, the comradeship will develop in that time there.
Yeah, man.
You may I tell you, it's like in my mind, I mean, I don't know, but me I say the winning was icing on the cake, but the mere fact say the journey in my mind was more important than the destination.
Yes.
Cause you see what we talk about, we're there for 3 hours, I want to talk much about say we win and we celebrate, What we talk about most of the time, Greg, the journey. The journey, when you look back on your life and your journey. I know you do the journey far more important than the destination, man. Because in my mind, the destination is for one place all the way.
Yeah. But it's the journey that equipped us.
Yeah.
That we carry with us, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
Tony. Exactly.
I run 3 hours.
True.
You see, I look at clock, Tony, at 6 to start and at 9. So tell me, I can wind up, because this is my last couple of questions, I may always ask my co-host, if you have any question when they ask Tony, where me I say, boy, because last time I talked, the day after you called me, and two guys said, Jelly, say, I have to go to a part 2, because me have some things I want to say, So me I give the opportunity, He said, I don't want to say, right, it's Jelly. Not for your part 2, because your part 2 have to come up, don't worry. Your Shane have to come up on part 2, but don't promise that already. So me I say, one, if any question we want to ask Tony, we never ask.
No, I think one of the questions I wanted to ask, and Tony you just asked, and Tony answered it just the way I expected him to answer. When he asked about, what you want to say to the current or
future students. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it is important to leave that that message.
Yeah.
So
future students.
Good man. Tony, I'm a general, as them would have said. Tony, at the first man defend me at Meadowbrook by pushing Luke in the even though we didn't have to run.
You have to take goal for going full. Yeah.
We didn't have to run from Luke, but man.
Yeah.
Respect Tony, it was a pleasure, man.
Man. One love, my brother.
Yeah. So Tony, is there anything we want to say? Where that's boy?
You break up a little bit.
Yes, sorry. Go ahead, Tony. No, me I ask Tony now if there's any question. You hear me still, Greg?
Yeah, may I hear you now?
Yeah, man. May I ask Tony now if you have any question or anything we want to say where me never ask him or you never ask him and him gone and I say, boy, I'm sorry, Jerry never give me an opportunity to say this in. And then have to be a question if him just want to say something in general.
No, I'm a chat enough, brethren. But as I said, give thanks for the opportunity. You're doing a great work, Jelly, allowing people to relive. And not only relive is what we'll do with it after. You capturing the history. 40 years, a lot of this information is considered no longer relevant, and you're providing an opportunity for it. The Meadowbrook man and women that listening on this, just a rich cultural value and how them enrich enrich our lives, and it's a cool and awesome thing that we still have the chance to,
Yeah, man,
to
yeah,
talk. And Jelly, what you and I were saying, we're 60 something and 50 something, and in some cases older.
Yeah.
This is to be cherished because, statistically, brethren, we're up on
Yeah,
the
last.
We're up on the last. So,
Yeah.
so
That's it.
Time promising, no.
you know,
But you meant, but hold on, before me ask you the last question, because I don't want to forget, because since me reach out to more people as the time go on, and I don't mind know her, because you talk with the girls, them, and so far, one girl come on, one lady come on, and Hazel, I'm have to respect her. A girl called me, reach out to me, with a big lady, I know, a young lady, I can't say her, you don't know her too, Carol McNair.
yeah, man. Yeah,
Right?
man.
Because she reached out to me and she said to me, said, me know about the homecoming. I come up in July, and you didn't mention it to me too, and each got to talk to me about it too and all. I mean, I bring it up here now because if we can make it the opportunity, I'm going to talk about it. And I said to her, I say, yeah, me hear about it, but guess I know what better for me now is that if you and your friend come
Promote it.
come talk both on the story and then on the talk about on the wait name the two. And she said,
Tegre, I told Jelly he should go live from the event and do an on-site podcast.
At the homecoming.
Yeah.
yeah, and that's something we have to think about and say, I may you talk about it after the year, so me kind of put me on the spot, but I don't know big thing. Me can't manage
people here know, Jelly.
me can't manage the bowling, don't worry.
Yeah.
Me can't manage the bowling. But yeah, so me tell her, I say, she welcome for come on, and she committed to come on before, because I never open date, and I tell her about it July 12th, so I'll try to get somebody to come on. I may put she on the spot, that she come on and come talk about the thing, because we want to promote it, the Meadowbrook Union, because we never put on that. It's a wonderful, I've never been to one, it's a wonderful thing. Just try to promote Meadowbrook and I promote the vibes. Me endorse at 100%.
Yeah, man.
So
And more women, Hazel's podcast was just
yeah,
solid
exactly.
and she was such an outstanding athlete.
And her story was so powerful.
Yeah.
We just talk about the Meadowbrook thing that come up there. I think on July 31st.
So
I don't remember which date, but
It's usually the last week of July.
Yeah, the end of July, but we just talk about it gently because she will come on.
It's a full week of activities.
this is going to help that.
Yeah, no, right. That's what I meant.
amount of folks that got re-engaged through all of this that you do.
Yeah. That's what I talk about it. Because once she mention it, I say every week I'm going to try to talk about it.
Yeah, man.
You
And
follow
don't
me? I
forget
said
you
you.
have to talk to Andrea Lawful too.
Oh, definitely. I have to introduce you to her because a girl.
You hear that, Andrea, talking about you.
Because it's for the girl that they manicure and pedicure at school, loads of problem now. I have to go meet her. Yeah. What may I ask you the last question?
And
Yeah, go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, she's in media now too, you know.
Yeah.
Personality.
That's what Tony tell me. So yeah, should be a good one to come talk about our Meadowbrook memories and issues. So looking forward to that. So I put her up on the spot. I will put her on the spot to see me, Tony. So the last question I always ask everybody, Tony. I have the first question and the last question is, what made Meadowbrook magical?
And when I hear you ask people that, I think myself and Virgin have to say the culture, the people and the culture.
Mm-hmm.
We attended Meadowbrook at a special time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the people and the culture, evidenced by lifelong friends, man.
Mm-hmm.
Where you still call up a man if you're in trouble, you can't just say, yo, brethren.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember having a conversation with my grandfather, and my grandfather was telling me that after I leave high school, I would not be able to keep my friends because just life.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And I was adamantly arguing with him that I will be able to keep my friends.
Yeah.
And he's like, look, young man, you're just so young, you don't understand.
Yeah, you don't understand.
And for most part, that's how it is, right?
Yeah.
But the bond we had, what made Meadowbrook magical, the bond we did have from brethren to brethren, sister to sister, just we were lucky to have some really cool people. Yeah. And you're bringing on these cool people, but we were lucky to have some really cool people, and man, a beer enrichment to go on, brother.
Yeah.
The people.
Yeah, man.
The environment, they're cool too,
But the people, the environment was facilitating for the people, yeah. But it's a special. I don't know what
man sit down on a tree.
Yeah, you know what, go home.
Late.
As Doug says, like the last man to leave, lock the gate.
And then when you go home, you on the estate, man, them walk.
Yeah. It's like you don't want to leave the company at all. You walk by in foot and the next set of man. Yeah.
And
I go for another minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, man who have some different lifestyle, home style, that perhaps I really want
go home. The mom go up, yeah.
It's a sanctuary.
Yeah, school of them home. School of them home in a certain way. If enough, man. I mean, you don't know. You go ahead.
It was an escape to, you know.
Yeah. That's what I say. Yeah.
Jelly, I feel like this down in a bridge.
You on? Yeah.
The man I'm listening to, I said, I'm not done yet.
Yeah. So anyway, Ted Greg and Tony.
Yeah.
Welcome. Bless.
God bless.
This is a good one.
Every Meadowbrook and
yeah,
God bless.
This is a good one. We talk, Ted Greg. Thanks.
All right. Bless up everybody.
Yeah, man. Cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks for listening to Meadowbrook Memories. And remember to give us all the support and encouragement you can on whatever social media platform you are listening. And special thanks to my production manager, Kyle Prince, who takes care of everything involved in getting the podcast out every week. And without him, this podcast would not be possible. It is his expertise that allows me to do what I love doing every week, having great conversations about Meadowbrook Memories, and he's responsible for everything else. So again, thanks to my production manager, Kyle Prince.